Listen to Run DMC and LL and be in the crib and sneaking and listen to the rap with the bad words and Eazy-E and Beastie Boys and all that.
Hey Jay, what you gotta say about that nigga Kanye West, man?
Kanye West, hot, fire, put my money on it.
And that's still not my first single yet. The first single is gonna be this underground joint called Jesus Walks With Me.
Okay.
But I wanted to put out a bunch of looks before I came with that, so people weren't like, oh, I think he's a religious rap or whatever.
I done did dirt and went to church to get my hands scrubbed. Swear I've been baptized these 3 or 4 times.
Kanye doesn't have the right to sample Stronger because he doesn't know anything about Daft Punk. I didn't know anything about other stuff I sampled. Baby, do you know anything about who I sampled for Jesus Walks? No, well, shut the f. Did you like the song or not?
It's the best thing you ever seen in your life. I swear to God, this right here is the good life. Now throw your hands up in the sky. I'ma get on the TV, mama.
Lamborghini Mercy.
Bitch, I'm back out my coma. Shit could get menacing, frightening. No trouble left behind.
Here it is. Ta-da!
Now I'm Puff Daddy Rich. That's me, to me rich.
That don't kill me can only make me stronger. Anybody on the internet that want to talk about my personal life, that want to blog, or want to say, oh, I like this, I don't like this, da-da-da-da, the whole public perception thing, you know, at the end of the day, I'm going down as a legend, whether or not you like me or not. I am the new Jim Morrison. I am the new Kurt Cobain.
I remember the first rap battle I ever lost, and I had this, hey Chris, you wanna see me? You running like a squirrel up a tree. So I'm like, yeah, I'm like a little kid and stuff, and I had this whole thing planned because I was supposed to be the rapper, and this one dude was feeling like he could beat me in school, and he had his rap, this whole thing, he said, man, you know what, you gotta go first, you gotta go first. So I spit this whole long rap, and he's like, oh, okay, cool. And he said, yo, his response to my rap was, yo, what's up? My name is Chris. Let me tell you one thing, you smell like piss, right? And everybody's like, ah! Everybody started running off, so I lost my first rap battle. Part of the reason why my raps are so simple now. Just way more simplicity, just get to the point, you know? Penitentiary chances, the devil dances and eventually answers to the call of autumn, all them falling for the love of balling. Got caught with 30 roster cop, look like Alec Baldwin. Inner century anthems, based off inner city tantrums, based off the way we was branded. Face it, Jerome get more time than Brandon. And at the airport, they check all through my bag and tell me that it's random. But we stay winning, this week has been a bad massage. I need a happy ending and a new beginning and a new fitted and some job opportunities that's lucrative. This the real world, homie, school's finished. They just stole your dreams, you don't know who did it. I treat the cash the way the government treat AIDS. I won't be satisfied till all my niggas get it. Is hip hop just a euphemism for a new religion? The soul music of the slaves that the youth is missing. But this is more than just my road to redemption. Malcolm West had the whole nation standing at attention. As long as I'm in polo smiling, they think they got me, but they'll try to crack me if they ever see a black me. I thought I chose a field where they couldn't sack me if a nigga ain't shooting the jump shot, running a track meet. But this pimp is at the top of Mount Olympus, ready to the world's games. This is my Olympics. We make them say ho, cause the game's so pimpish. Choke a South Park writer with a fish stick. I insist that y'all get up off of this dick. And these drugs, niggas can't resist it. Remind me when they try to have Ollie enlisted. If I ever wasn't the greatest, nigga, I must have missed it. I need more drinks and less lights, and that American Apparel girl in just tights. She told the director I'm trying to get into school. He told her take them glasses off and get in the pool. It's been a while since I watched the news, cause like a Crip said, I got way too many blues for any more bad news. I was looking at my resume, feeling real fresh today. They rewrite history. I don't believe in yesterday. And what's a black beetle anyway? A fucking roach? I guess it's why they got me sitting in fucking coach. My guy said I need a different approach, cause people is looking at me like I'm sniffing coke. It ain't funny anymore. Try different jokes. Tell them hug and kiss my ass, X and O, and kiss the ring while they at it. Do my thing while I got it. Play strings for the dramatic, and then of that whack shit. Act like I ain't had a belt in 2 classes. I ain't got it, I'm coming after whoever who has it. I'm coming after whoever who has it. You blowing up, that's good, fantastic. That, y'all, it's like that, y'all. I don't really give a fuck about it at all, cause the same people that try to blackball me forgot about 2 things, my black balls.
Kanye Amari West, aka Ye, was born on June 7th, 1977, to a middle-class family in Atlanta, Georgia. His father was a photojournalist for the Atlanta Journal newspaper and was politically active within the Black Panther movement, and he later became a Christian counselor. His mother, Dr. Donda West, was an English teacher at Clark Atlanta University, and she was actually offered a similar position somewhere else, which meant that Ye was moving to Chicago. By the age of 3, his parents had divorced, and by the age of 5, his mom recalled that he was already writing poetry. And by 3rd grade, that boy was already rapping, bruh.
I'm deaf and I'm fresh and I'm on the rest. Nothing less could come from West. Get out there, Kanye.
And by the 7th grade, he was already making beats. And he ended up telling one of his teachers that he ain't coming in next year, cause he was gonna be signing to a record label. Yo, Ye was confident for real at an early age. At 14, his pops got him a keyboard. Around this time, Kanye would link with No ID, who's perhaps best known for his early work with Common. He's produced tons of hits, and is also considered the godfather of Chicago hip-hop. He would actually mentor Ye and school him on how to sample soul records and really give him that true love for hip-hop. After graduating high school, Kanye was rewarded a scholarship to the American Academy of Art where he would study painting. Then he later transferred to Chicago State University to study English. And at the age of 20, that boy Ye dropped out of college, bruh, to pursue his career in music.
Chicago, what? Just watch a nigga press the lead. Trying to flex the technique, you get blasted with a tech. Rhymes below fear, flying out of old hair. While these no-name ass niggas wanna go there. Niggas that wanna know what and who is next. Since you roll up in the Lex, that's the train stop. My brain drop mad lyrics. Bring it on, pass it to my man Tariq. Rock the mic all week, yo.
Shit, damn, that boy sounded a lot like Nas. I don't know about you, fam.
Take them all the way to heaven on my 187, 186. Yo, the last ask me, I can blast me, rhyme so fast. In this murder, how we doing it? I guarantee to ruin it. Yo, I'm only 19, but my mind is old. It seems like even kid recognize the code. You stupid like cold, thinking your rules going gold, but you don't want to hear nothing and you can't be told. Now that's alright, you don't need advice, you in gear without it. While my crew blowing, you can only hear about it. Now you blowing, you can't fight gear without it. Still rocking old shit and can't fight your whole shit. Explosive in 1,000 crews, and I stepped on them all with my Italian shoes. See what these hot styles do? I got a right to be hot style.
Yo, what's up, what's up? Yo, I want to send a shout to 87th Street Outfit, my man John, back at the crib, Leonard, Aaron, Timmy. Yo, you know what I'm saying? We out here doing the tracks. Get ready for this Nas joint on Harlem World. It's about to drop. Harlem World niggas, my man Kanye, Blink, you know what I'm saying?
But during this time now, he was grinding for real. Kinda messing up his mental a bit, stressed out that he might have to continue just a regular job. So he actually ended up moving to New York City. A few of his boys who he was producing for told him that they were out. His landlord said, "You gotta dip, bruh. You're evicted," cause too many people were hanging at his crib all the time. So he packed all his stuff and ended up moving to Newark, New Jersey. And through his connects, his beats ended up making their way to that boy Hove.
G, rock the jeans above the knees. Oh, there must be some Kid Caprice. So I spent cheese, bitch please. Your girlfriends ain't tell you about me. Kanye, fuck him and leave him. Act like he don't need them. See titties and squeeze them for no fucking reason.
It's the year 2000, and Kanye is still out here producing heavy, with his producing niche being very soulful, sampled type beats. One especially being the song Can't Be Life by Jay-Z and Beanie Siegel.
See, I was born in sewage, born to make bomb music.
I remember it was Beanie Siegel's birthday, and I came and I played a bunch of like soul beats. Like we had soul beats here and there, but I had a bunch that I was building up. Like from the success of Can't Be Life, I was like, I need to make some more stuff in this vein right here. So then Hove came in. I remember he had a Gucci hat on, like the fisherman joint. My manager was like, yo, play that one beat for Hove. And he was listening to it like, oh, it's crazy right here.
Break up, now every day I wake up, somebody got a problem with Hove. Young fuckers spitting at me, young rappers getting at me.
Then they got to the chorus, and the chorus is like, ain't no love in the heart of the city.
Where's the love?
And he's like, oh, he's doing his face like that. Then he's like, play the next beat, play the next beat. Just listen to it like, yo, man, you a soulful dude. And everything that Hove is saying is like in stone. Like, I will never forget none of these words, because I'm off the train, I'm from Chicago, I got $10 in my pocket right now. Then I played this one beat, and it was like, never, 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 never change. I never change.
Never, never, never change. Never change, this is Jay every day. I never change.
Yo, he took his hat down, he's like, ooh. Like that. I was like, yo, maybe he like him. Maybe Hove might buy this beat. He was like, yo, put them joints on CD. And then he left out, right? I was like, okay, I'm putting these joints on CD. Let's see what happened. 2 weeks later, the blueprint was finished, right? So basically at that point, everything started rolling.
In fact, Kanye produced for 5 different songs off the Blueprint album. The ones he just mentioned, Heart of the City, Never Change, and the songs Izzo,
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Girls, Girls, Girls Part 2,
Yo, put your number on this paper, cause I would love to date you, holla at you.
and the famous Takeover track.
B-Mac, we running this rap shit. Freeway, we run this rap shit.
Give dry contacts a boost of moisture with BioTrue Hydration Boost for contacts.
Can you show us your tattoo on your arm and explain and talk about it?
Oh yeah, I gotta see that. Hold on, let me take this on. Yo, first of all, I wanna say, what is this right here? Who finna put their thumb through this? Like, y'all can't be serious. Just put this, he's gonna roll this one right up. This shirt is not young, really. It's an optical illusion because I've been, you know what I'm saying, to the gym. So, you see the Scottie Pippen right there. Okay, this right here, this tap mean a lot to me. I put a lot of the songs on here that's changed my life, or just, it means something at a point in my career. That way, when my family's in $1 million home and they look back and they say, Dad, why I can't get no tattoos? Why you got that tattoo? I'll be like, look, this tattoo is the reason why we here, why we are right here now. It start off and say, you made me. Everything in this tattoo can be spoken in a sentence form. It's not just songs, it's stuff that means stuff to me. Like, you made me. This is my life right here. It's so ghetto. I always speak the truth. People always say that I'm a very truthful person. This can't be life. It can't be life that I'm sitting right here, right now. Because back when I was in 7th grade, I wouldn't have ever fathomed really being on this side of the screen. It's nothing like it. I try to make my music where it's nothing like what I do. And a lot of times I lose out because of that, because I'm always trying to be so creative that sometimes I can create something and a whole bunch of people can go wrong with it and make a lot of money off of it. But I'm feeling like I want to get a public something new. So it's like other people capitalize off of it. And I just hope that's not my downfall. I hope that I can just keep creating. This right here, Izzo, the anthem. Now y'all know what that is. That definitely was a groundbreaking record for me. My first Grammy nominated record. Heart of the City. I do my music for the heart of the city, and it's from the heart of the city. And after whatever happens, I never change.
So what's gonna happen in the future? You made that scroll kind of small. You gonna fill up everything else, or is that just signifies the beginning?
People always ask me what's gonna happen like once I make more hits. I've made plenty of hits other than these songs on here, but what I'm telling you at this point is I never change. Like I said, these are songs that I did do, but this is a scroll of my life. A lot of rules that I follow.
Like that shit you was saying. You was saying some shit. You just ran back to back around like every line for like 8 to 12 bars. Right outside MIW. It was me, you. Who else was out there? Me, you, and Bleak. Me, you, and Bleak was standing out there.
I don't even know what fucking rhyme.
Who got the flag?
I was like, I go to Jacob with 25 down. You go with 2,500. Wow. I got 11 plaques on my walls right now. You got your first gold single. Damn, nigga. Wow. H to the Izzo. Did 3,000 spins in a week. You did 1,000 in a month. Wow. That niggas want credit, but y'all need to slow down. Kanye to the killing y'all from Chi-Town. How your wife gon' say she never sold drugs a day in her life, but she still wanna pump the yay. And y'all mad cause y'all not knowing. Cause these canaries so yellow when y'all pull up whether to stop or keep going. I got G's, rock and roll tees with no sleeves, tat showing, tucked in, strap showing. I get 7 TVs in that lack. 3 in the front, 2 in the back, 2 in that back. While you in that hat's back and try to sell work and don't get shit from them packs back and try to rap and studios don't give you your dats back and try to get published and all you get is your ass capped and that's that. I go to Jacob with 25 down, you go with 2,500. I got 11 plaques on my walls right now. You got your first gold single. Damn, nigga.
Wow.
I just bought my mom a new car and a house, and that's a lot to save for a college dropout. I drove to New York with $10 to my name and brought back a couple platinum plaques on the plane and brought back that soul shit that changed the game. And had the aim, the stain, the steel. Got lyrics in my heart I can't restrain. They real, man. I swear to God, I wish I had $1 bill for every time a nigga told me stick to the beast. I could've ate a cheesecake at least 6 times a week. I could've killed these niggas on that lyrical shit. Mayonnaise color Benz, I push miracle whips. Haze and some syrup to sip. I had you so right, you drive on the left lane, getting the head crash, your head hit the window, now that's brain. All of that too.
Sick with it. Young Ye, baby.
It ain't the rock for nothing, man.
I just told you, it ain't the rock for nothing.
That boy Ye was producing hit singles for Ludacris, Alicia Keys, Janet Jackson, and more by this point. But Ye was not content to just be a player in the back room or, on the sidelines. He pleaded with Rockefeller Records to let him rap. But Jay-Z himself told Time magazine, quote, "We all grew up street guys who had to do whatever we had to do to get by." Then there's Kanye, who to my knowledge has never hustled a day in his life. Sheesh. I didn't see how it could work. Kanye got similar responses from other labels too, saying that he'd leave meetings crying all the time. With reluctance, Damon Dash, co-founder of The Rock, actually signed Kanye to Rockefeller in 2002, but he did so mostly to keep him as a producer. And in that October, Kanye's life would take a huge turn, bruh. As Kanye was driving home from a recording session in a California studio, he was involved in a head-on car collision that left him with a shattered jaw.
Well, you tell me, what happened in October of 2002?
I was driving from the studio. I had a long day where I was working on like 3 different sessions. And I think I had about a 10-minute ride to the hotel, and I fell asleep at the wheel. And I was woken by a steering wheel hitting my mouth at 50 miles per hour. And I looked in the rear view, and I saw my face getting bigger, like something off the movies, like Teen Wolf or something that you use special effects for.
Yeah.
But I could see the separation in my jaw right here. So I thought it was just broken in one place, and I found out later it was broken in 3 places. And when the cops finally came, they had to put this like the neck brace like right here up against the chin, right where it was broken. So it was excruciating pain, and they pulled me out in a stretcher. It was like freezing cold in the ambulance, and once I got to the hospital, they kept on asking me the same questions. And I remember screaming out because I remember screaming out and saying, "Yo, why do you keep on asking me questions? Don't you see my mouth is broken?" That was the bad part about it. The good part about it was the recovery.
To nearly lose your life, to nearly lose your mouth, your voice as a career as a rapper, your face. I had to be on TV. My face looks crazy to me now. Y'all probably look at it and think it's normal, but I feel very self-conscious about certain things. Look how my mouth, it looks like you can't even see my bottom teeth when I talk. You always see the top teeth, and that's not how I used to be. Or this crease that I have on the heel, where I had this extra skin build up for when they had to close the mouth back up. And people, they act like they don't notice it, but especially if I'm lit wrong, I got to get like Michael Jackson and bring my own lighting text. Because I just see it and be like, But I have to just thank God for the situation that I'm in. You know, it's like we turn the worst thing into the best thing.
So what's going on, man?
Man, you know, I just get the video added to BET.
Dog.
I paid for that out of my pocket through the wire. We doing a video right now for the joint with me, ODB, to keep you the seat.
Okay.
And that's still not my first single yet. The first single is gonna be this underground joint called Jesus Walks With Me.
Okay.
But I wanted to put out a bunch of looks before I came with that, so people weren't like, oh, I think he's a religious rap or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm rapping on Twist, the first single, Carl Thomas' first single, Dilated People's first single. I just did Alicia Keys' first single. I did that new Ludacris joint, Stand Up. So we just looking real good right now.
Yo.
Buy me some buildings or something.
Okay, I just seen that video yesterday. That joint's hot.
Oh, good looking.
Yeah, we was just talking about it this morning. The whole concept of the video was different. Like, you know, now you just see people just, you know, they got the video, they got the rims, they got the chicks, and you know, you're doing something different in videos. Like, you're actually showing, you know what I'm saying, you know,
what I went through.
Yeah, what you went through. Like, that's everybody. You went, like, it was like a severe car accident.
Yeah,
that you went through.
Yeah, I messed my mouth up terribly and like really almost died. I wouldn't wish that upon nobody except for maybe like 3 people I could think of.
Okay, who's the 3 people? Cause
Nah.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right.
I won't put that out there right now. So yeah, so I almost died. I broke my mouth at 3 places, and I showed the pictures on the video. I want people to really know what I went through. Like right now, one of my teeth about to fall out. This cap they put in my mouth 3 days ago, and I knew the dentist was bootleg. So.
Oh well, you know what? I'm glad you said, because we have a dentist in the house right now, Dr. Daly. Is he asleep?
He's late.
I'll give you some business, Dr. Daly. You know what I'm saying? He need. No, that was one of my questions I wanted to ask you. Were you rapping first before you producing? Because a lot of a lot of producers, you can tell that they were producing first, and then the people's like, hey, you need to rap on your own beat. But you know, that's a good question that you brought up, because you know your rap skills, you're cool, you're nice, man.
Oh,
I mean, I would keep it real with you. No, you're not. No, but I wouldn't lie and be like, no, most producers, like, you know, Timbaland. Come on, Kev. Like, you know, Timbaland wasn't rapping before he was producing. You know what I'm saying? You know, Pharrell wasn't singing before he was producing. Like, you knew, like, you know what I'm saying? That's a good
question. He was singing in the shower, though. It sounded like a singing in the shower a little bit.
So which one were you actually doing first?
I mean, I've been rapping since 3rd grade.
Okay, yeah, and you showed a clip in the video, like 1990. You was actually like freestyling with the box and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. But look, man.
I'm glad you peeped it. That's to show people how long I was rapping before. But I mean, now I like people thinking that I can't rap because it give me a challenge. Like right now, as far as with the beats go, not to sound arrogant or nothing. It's like, it's not no challenge. Like, I'll play a hot beat for somebody, be like, okay, that's a hot beat from Kanye. What do that mean now?
Yeah.
But like I spit a crazy verse and people looking like, oh my God, like, how did you come up with that? You're a producer.
Yeah.
You do beats so good and you dress so good and all your girls look so good. How can you rap that good?
So are you gonna freestyle? You got a freestyle for us tonight, then, cause you hyping it up. You talking about your chicks, you talking about your clothes. You got a freestyle for us tonight. Yo, Kev, on the other side, we got
Every sunset is brighter, sunsets for writer. Please light your lighter for the producer and the writer. Feel like God wrote this. I'm just here to quote this. I don't know if you noticed them accident pictures is bogus. Doctor, would you please say something? I know I almost bust a Final Destination. I must have had a blessing from Pastor Mason, cause the trip to LA could have been my last vacation. And man, I know I can drop a down payment on that Porsche Cayenne. But what? I went along with the plan. I paid for my own video directed by my man. Yep, it feel like God was holding my hand. Wouldn't let me go before I go on Def Poetry Jam. Wouldn't let me throw in the towel before I got to throw on some vows about what we going through now. After Blue Girls got a crush on me, like I did beats for Mr. Cheeks. And since the accident, they telling me that it's the cheeks. And if you look at history, the last rapper that almost died, so 6.5, except I'm coming from the shy through the wire.
Wow. Kanye West, Come Up Show, DZ Cosmic, 30 Share Boys, Power 99. Yeah.
Kanye wrote the song Through the Wire about the whole experience.
I drink a boost for breakfast, an insure for dessert.
With his jaw still wired shut following reconstructive surgery. He then wrote much of the rest of his debut album while recuperating in LA, but once the album was complete, it was actually leaked online. In response to that, he decided to make it even better. He revised and rewrote songs and refined the production, adding stronger drums, gospel choirs, and strings. He even paid for orchestras out of his own pocket.
Yeah. Now if the rockers in the building say hell yeah.
Throw your diamonds in the air. If the rockers in the building, say hell yeah.
The College Dropout was released on February 10th, 2004, to massive praise, receiving a ton of crazy rankings from multiple media outlets and magazines, as well as winning a Grammy for Best Rap Album the following year.
College Dropout, Kanye West.
Cause I'm at the Grammys, baby.
The album consists of classic tracks all over, bro, with 5 of them being singles from it. Outside of Through the Wire, we got slow jams.
She say she wants some Marvin Gaye, some Luther Vandross, a little Anita.
All Falls Down.
Man, I promise, she's so self-conscious. She has no idea what she's doing in college.
Jesus Walks.
God show me the way because the devil's trying to break me down.
The New Workout Plan.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and get them sit-ups right in.
Last Call is a super underrated Ye song too, in my opinion.
The all around the world digital underground Pac, the Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer of the rock.
But yeah, personally, I remember being in like 4th grade when this shit dropped. Man, these were the LimeWire days for real. I had Jesus Walks going crazy on my CD Walkman from a blank CD, bro. I couldn't afford real CDs back then, so I had to try to bootleg them shits. But yeah, the music video for Jesus Walks, man, that shit was everywhere.
To the victims of welfare, feel we living in hell here, hell yeah. Jesus Walks with them. Ever since the album came out, my life has changed a lot, so I definitely wasn't used to getting it back when I was at college, so. I didn't know you're supposed to like speak from you weren't supposed to speak from the heart when you got an interview, so I made that mistake and I actually spoke from the heart. And then a lot of people say, he seems kind of cocky, he seems kind of arrogant because I'll be mad because so many people diss me. And then like I sold all these records, so I was just like a sore winner. So, you know, I just apologize to everybody for, you know, keeping it so real. And right now I'm working on Jesus Walks and I got a concept, right? But I go out to all these directors and nobody wants to do my concept.
What?
So like they say, well, I like that, but how about you do this? And I'm like, no, how about I do what I want to do? So I'm gonna figure out something. Like I wanted to have the scene where he accidentally knocks over a ashtray and burns down the church. And they're like, you can't burn down the church. I'm like, but it's an accident. No, you just can't burn down. After Janet Jackson, you can't burn anything. I'm like, oh.
Oh, come on. I think God would understand.
But I've been investing in my career since I was 14 years old, saving up allowance to get samplers for my computer.
Shortly after the album was released, Kanye was offered his own record label by Sony and ran with it, creating the label Good Music, which stands for Getting Out Our Dreams, with Common and John Legend being the first initial artists.
When was the last time I took a road trip? How many national parks could I hit in 2 weeks? What about hotels?
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Please call.
In the past few days, I almost died. I'm not scared of death, but I will be remembered, and what I say while I'm here will help people forever.
I guess the project started itself, or started with Common turning down beats.
I just didn't feel the rawness of it, but I mean, I'm gonna meet a compromise because Kanye know what the hell he doing. It ain't one of them songs, if you produce it up, it ain't gonna become a hit joint or a bigger song. None of that. It ain't even gonna sound better.
I understand what you're saying. I guess he just wasn't really feeling it, and I remember I started murmuring stuff. I had a couple lines, I just went into the studio.
I don't agree up, I do agree up, I re-up, we up.
I feel like when you go in and you make your raps up without writing them down, you can connect with the beat more.
I get 9, I don't know, other time I'm coming over, cause I lied.
The thing is, the words literally don't make sense, but the feeling makes all the sense in the world. Common is, you know, such a humble dude that he didn't even tell people that he doesn't write his rhymes down. He doesn't even use it to stunt. Like any and everything that I do good, I was stunting with. For me, when I start working on a beat and sampling everything, sometimes I'll just take a couple of days and just listen to samples. And it'll be funny because it'll be like Puffy or somebody, and I'll be working on this project and he comes in and I'm sitting up here watching TV, listening to music for a couple of days. Like, what are you doing, fam?
Hey, I'm working.
Late Registration was released on August 30th, 2005, and the anticipation for this album was pretty big because people wanted to see if that last album was just a fluke, you know? Could Ye really pull off another album just as good as College Dropout? Could he make another classic? Could it top the charts? Could it win a Grammy? Well, let's just say it did all that and then some. It debuted at number 1 on the Billboard, selling 860,000 copies first week. Fun fact, the album had the highest selling first week sales for 2 years straight until guess who broke the record? Himself with his next studio album, but we're not there yet right now, so hold on. It was critically acclaimed all over the place, winning a Grammy the following year, and was overall just a massive success, with singles like Diamonds from Sierra Leone,
Throw your diamonds in the sky if you feel the vibe.
Gold Digger,
Now I ain't saying she a gold digger.
Heard 'Em Say,
Yeah, and I heard him say, nothing's ever promised tomorrow today.
Touch the Sky,
I gotta testify, come up in the spot looking extra fly.
Drive Slow, which is super underrated by the way.
Down the street from Calumet, a school full of stones. He nicknamed me K-Rock, so there, leave me alone.
Like, this has nothing but bangers, bruh. And we also gotta give a huge shout out to record producer and film score composer John Bryan, who worked intensively all over this project, who was also the co-executive producer, did a lot of the instrumentation, string and brass arrangements, all that kind of shit. Kanye actually said he spent $2 million out of his own pocket to make this project and ended up in $600,000 in debt, bruh. But hey, I'm sure it was all worth it.
Look at me. How do you think tonight was? Just look at me. Hold on. Why? Zoom back.
No complaints. So what's your most memorable moment tonight?
My outfit.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
Did that happen before you even?
Only thing bad about performing was that while I was performing, I couldn't actually see it. Yeah, I need a DVD and I'll be able to see it. Yeah.
What is this? You got 48 girls waiting for you. How are you? Can you handle it? You can handle it.
Let's take a little drink.
Yeah, you can do it.
And if I had won, this is what I would have held up right here.
Man, it doesn't get any more Kanye than that, bro.
That's what happened, these rappers is the pioneers. What do it take to be a legend like Nas is?
People talk so much shit about me in barbershops, they forget to get their hair cut. Ooh.
I want the #1 spot. I will have it. What else do you want me to do? That's why I go to the studio so I can murder shit.
It's the competitive nature of hip hop. We gotta compete on some levels.
I wish you would come take one of my awards so I could black his eye in front of everybody.
So it's fair to say that you are currently the king of hip hop.
And I mean,
your new album, Graduation, is released on the 11th of September. And interestingly enough, it's the same release date as 50 Cent's new album. So is this gonna be a hip hop war? What's gonna happen with this thing?
I just think it's something really great for hip hop. It gives the fans a reason to want to buy the music instead of downloading it. And I mean, 50 Cent, he's a pretty intimidating guy. So I'm not really trying to go to war with 50 Cent. I just want to put out my album if it's okay, you know.
You know what? 50 Cent has been quoted as saying that if your album should outsell his, he will never make another album ever again. Have you heard him?
I really like 50. I don't want him to retire once my album sells the most. I just want him to...
Do you know what? I think you'll kick his ass.
Yeah, I think that too. Like, let's say right now, please, 50, do not retire once my album sells and beat your album. Please do not retire, please. I really like your songs. Like, I'm a big fan.
Oh man, I feel real good. I mean, this is big for hip hop for us to be coming out on the same date, but Kanye West doesn't stand a chance. Oh, you know, I'm gonna tell you that early. Yeah.
Till I get my money,
50. He brought his big brother with him, and his big brother ain't no competition for me.
Bow in the presence it's a greatness.
My album graduation is in stores. I feel like it's my best work to date. If you ask me about my music, I'ma tell you that I do this.
You can't tell me nothing.
I professionally kill the game.
Man, 2007. What a time to be alive, bro. Things were just so different back then compared to now. CDs were still super relevant. Soulja Boy blew up out of nowhere. Halo 3 dropped. Call of Duty 4. Mario Galaxy. Guitar Hero 3. Alright, let me stop. Let me stop. But yeah, I remember this 50 and Kanye thing like it was yesterday, bro. And believe it or not, it may sound crazy today, but back then, 50 was hot as ever when I Get Money was going crazy that summer. And while, yeah, Kanye's previous 2 projects had sold 7 million, which is a lot, but 50 sold double that with 14 million with his previous 2 projects. So at that time, yeah, it was a pretty big deal for them to release on the same day. The thing with Ye though, his album lasted the test of time, and 50 just couldn't seem to adapt as time went on. Graduation was kind of revolutionary, man. You gotta understand that during these times, gangster rap and street shit was pretty dominant. So for Ye to come out with something like Stronger with that Daft Punk sample, it was kind of mind-blowing. It was so big that it became #1 at one point, with 50's other single Ayo Technology dropping down to #5. The album sold 957,000 copies, while Curtis sold 691,000 copies. And no, 50 did not retire like he said he would. Nevertheless, the album has nothing but slappers on here, bro, with Stronger.
That's how long I've been on ya.
Can't Tell Me Nothing.
I had a dream I could buy my way to heaven. When I awoke, I spent that on a necklace.
Good Morning.
Wake up, Mr. West, Mr. West, Mr. Fresh, Mr. By himself, he's so impressed.
Good Life. Yo, shout out T-Pain, man, for real. Let's give that man his flowers, bro. That boy is a legend, straight up, bro. I don't know where auto-tune would be today if it wasn't for that boy T-Pain, bro. Because that man was giving us straight hits, bro. I'm talking choruses out the ass. And Good Life is one of them. I had this shit all over my MySpace page back then. Oh yeah, and I was definitely rocking these shades when I went to school. They were like $5 on Canal Street. Good times, for real.
When I awoke, I spent that on a necklace. I told God I'll be back in a second. Man, it's so hard not to act reckless. To whom much is given, much is tested. Get arrested, guess until he get the message. I feel the pressure under more scrutiny. And what I do, act more stupidly. Park more jewelry, more Louis V. My mama couldn't get through to me. The drama, people suing me. I'm on TV talking like it's just you and me. I'm just saying how I feel, man. I ain't one of the Cosby's, I ain't go to Hill, man. I guess the money should have changed them. I guess I should have forget where I came from. Wait till I get my money. Hey.
And during this time, remember when I said Ye started good music a few years back? Well, he actually regretted that. In a Billboard magazine in 2007, he said this, and I quote, "Running a record label was the biggest mistake I ever made. I never asked to be a label owner. Sony offered it to me, and I took it. But I can't be there when people are calling me to the studio to hear some music or approve clothes for a video. No disrespect to anybody, my focus is graduation. I've got a hard enough time calling radio programmers and getting them to play Can't Tell Me Nothing, a song that's connecting with people, but that's only at 1400 spins. Interesting."
Somewhere far along this road, he lost his soul to a woman so heartless. Hey, how could you be so heartless? In the night, I hear him talk, the coldest story ever told.
On November 10th, 2007, Kanye's life would change forever. The death of his mother, Kanye West, took a huge toll on him. She was everything to him, and on top of that, 2008 rolls around, he was no longer engaged to his then fiancée, Alexis Pfeiffer. With mass amount of media coverage and the loneliness Ye found in his stardom, he transformed his sound into more melodic singing using auto-tune, and he would go on to create an album that at the time was very misunderstood. It was very different compared to pretty much everything that was out at the time, way different than anything he released previously. It was groundbreaking and revolutionary if you ask me. The album 808s and Heartbreak was a genre that Kanye would call pop art, as he says in this interview here.
Pop is such a clear lane and stuff for people to kind of do like bullshit music, and it just still works. So what happens if you take a person that's like super credible from, you know, the hip hop world? It's like, I conquered this world, and then I come into the lane where it's like a bunch of bullshit being made, and be like, okay, such and such, you got to compete with this. And this has like 72 bars of real life lyrics that's from my life that I wrote. Now compete with that. And I'm gonna perform it, and people are gonna believe what I'm saying because they know my whole story. Now compete with this. So I created a new genre of music, and iTunes can choose to use it in that. But the genre for this sound is called pop art. And that's what I wanted to say on iTunes, pop art. And the only other thing that I think can go in there currently is Pink Floyd.
If you've been getting scam texts like these, it means your data was probably leaked online somewhere. Most of you can probably spot these as scams and just delete them, thinking that that's enough to protect you. But what you might...
Talk about that. When you put on a stage show, there's a theatrics to the stage show, which I think is fantastic. A lot of time and money goes into concepts, staging. I'm talking about rocket ships, sort of telling a story, using expensive scenery, lights, and it almost feels like it's harkening back to something that hasn't been around for a while. And it's pretty impressive. Was this something that you decided, I want to do this when I become a recording star, I want to bring this kind of theatricality back to it?
I'm trying to push past just rap. I want people to know that I'm giving the best show possible. Like years from now, people are going to tell their kids about, you know, the Kanye West show.
808s and Heartbreak was released on November 24th, 2008, to a majority of decent scores, but still had people on the fence about it. I remember at the time how decisive people were about the project. People didn't really understand the auto-tune aspect of it, and personally, I remember hearing Love Lockdown for the first time and was like, damn, these lyrics are so minimalistic, and I don't know, the song was hella basic to me, but it definitely grew on me over time. So keep your love locked down, your love locked down. The album sold around 450,000 copies first week, and that is a lot, but as opposed to Graduation, it ended up selling only half of that. This is my personal favorite Kanye album. I honestly think it's a masterpiece, but I remember being a freshman in high school when this dropped, and this album was just so out of left field and so different than anything Ye put out before, and we gotta thank Cudi for that. T-Pain too, by the way. But Ye credits Cudi with helping him create the album's whole tone and brooding sound. Ye actually surprised Cudi with a phone call and had him flown to Hawaii to work on the album. They worked together in the studio while having movies such as Close Encounters of the Third Kind play silently in the background. Cudi ended up co-writing 4 songs off the album: Welcome to Heartbreak, Heartless,
How could you be so cold as the winter wind when it breeze, yo?
Paranoid, and RoboCop.
Tell me right now, you really wanna spend your whole life alone? Okay, you will never stop me now.
All classics. Ye said that Cudi's writing is so pure and natural that it's more important than where things chart. Now that's some real shit. I actually remember seeing an article back in like 2009 or something like that, where Kanye actually said he loved his verse so much on the song Put On with Young Jeezy while using auto-tune that he ended up wanting to make a whole album using it.
Cause when the Jesus pieces can't bring me peace, so I need just at least
Was there a verse you got back that like blew your mind that you didn't expect them to come with something like that?
Oh yeah, definitely. Kanye's Put On verse. Not too long after his mother passed, he wasn't doing verses, and I called him. I was like, yo, I got this record. And he's like, yo, I really ain't been in the booth. I was just like, I get it, but you know, we need you.
I lost the only girl in the world that know me best.
He's like, okay, send it. And I sent it to him. He's like, what is put on me? And I was just like, okay, so in Atlanta, like we put on for the city, like we pop, we talk, you know, you fly, you cool. Like, okay, I got it. He said, I'll call you back in 10 minutes. He called me back and rapped me the verse on the phone. I was just like, yo, just send it to me. Cause he was trying to sing it and rap it. I was just like, yo, I can't. And I was just like, yo, just send me the record. So he sent me and L.A. Reid the record at the same time. So before I can listen to it and call him back, L.A. Reid was calling me like, yo, when are we putting this out? This is the single. I was like, yeah, it is the single. Played it again. I was just like, yo, he spazzed on this. I had never heard, you know, that was like classic. It went in, that was like one of the most epic verses I ever got back from somebody else when I sent it out.
Then he ended up murdering the track Go Hard, bro.
I go the hardest, flow so retarded, I'm disgusted with myself, I mean,
Oh my god, if you never heard that song, you tripping. Kanye literally rips this song to pieces.
Felt like I couldn't really give my all, felt like I had to play the fly on the wall.
Speaking of auto-tune though, I think Kanye is one of the best to ever use that shit. And who can forget this song right here though?
This a song with Wayne, so you know it's gon' melt, but you ain't finna murder me like everybody else.
And this too.
Mr. West is in the building, swagger on 100,000 trillion.
Walking on the Moon with the Dream was a banger.
I can't contain it. No, I can't restrain it.
Knock You Down with Kerry Hilson? That was hard too.
Let the wind blow the ash right before my glasses. So I wrote this love letter right before my classes.
I was probably bumping it while looking for a crazy new background for my page on hot new layouts or some shit. I don't know if you remember that. Yo, we were really web designers back then and we didn't even know it.
I got my Superman power, my Superman cape. These the last hours, but Superman late. I used to have hood dreams, big fame, big chains. This a fast life, we are on a crash course. What you think I rap for? To push a fucking rap for? Hold up, born in 88. How old is that? Old enough.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. One of the best videos of all time.
Cause I know that I'm a gay fish, yo.
So what have you been doing? Because the last year for you, I know, was a challenging year. So after the Taylor Swift incident, we'll call it that, Mos Def came to you and said, get out of the country. Is that what happened?
It's a pretty bugged out story. I literally left America. I stopped doing music altogether. I just took some time. I went to Japan just so I can get away from paparazzi altogether. And then in November, I moved to Rome and just lived there. And then when I came back to the States, I moved to Hawaii and lived there.
Wow.
Lived there for 6 months and just worked on music again.
At this point, Kanye was gearing up for his next studio album.
My beautiful, dark, twisted fantasy.
And the process for making this album is very interesting, bruh. According to this article I just read, he booked the studio's 3-session rooms at the same time for 24 hours a day. And whenever he would hit a creative wall, he would head to another studio room to make progress on another song. He would never even sleep a full night, bruh, at the glass enclosed mansion he had rented. Instead, he would take power naps in a studio chair or couch 90 minutes at a time. Bruh's work ethic was going crazy. Engineers worked around the clock as Ye would bounce from room to room. This crazy work ethic led to him hiring 2 private chefs, one for hot food and one for cold food. Before recording in the afternoon, Ye and most of his crew would play games of 21 against locals at the Honolulu YMCA for fun.
Because it's society has kind of broken us down to not really feel what we feel anymore. And so many people base their stuff off of trends or what's happening on radio, what they heard before. And there's only a few characters, not that so much that we're geniuses, but we're dreamers. And we're just bringing our dreams to life constantly. And everything, I'm trying to bring a piece of my childhood out in every piece of music that I put out there. So there's no way a reporter could break it down and say, you're doing this, you're not doing that. I'm offering so much more. Like the songs are 7-8 minutes long. Like how do you even send this in for reviews? Why would people even like play themselves to even review it? Like how do you review songs where Rick Ross comes in 6 minutes after a guitar solo? You haven't even heard that before. Like and then just for the sake of showing that you have some type of hip hop intelligence or knowledge or love of the first Wu-Tang album, you knock a half star off of it. You know, I've never got a classic rating or a perfect rating, but I made College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation, set the tone for all rap music after the fact. That thing was coming in and getting 3.5 stars and just dumb shit that writers want to. It's like, please just didn't even like give your opinion. It's only a couple people walking the earth that's really going to be up to 8 o'clock every morning dedicating their entire life. I put no anonymity. I put myself in the line of fire. It's like straight up the kid in Tiananmen Square, the Chinese kid in front of the tank right there. I'm in front of the media tank. I said, Jesus died for our sins. Michael died for the sins of our media. Jesus had the Bible. He had Wikipedia. You know, just fighting. I feel like fighting that battle that Mike had, and I fight it also with explanations. People say, "Oh, you over-explain yourself." Well, there's things that won't ever be explained within my time, and I feel like when I explain myself, I'm explaining Michael, I'm explaining McQueen, I'm explaining the kids that just committed suicide 2 weeks ago in Chicago. I'm explaining all of that because I felt suicidal, I felt hurt, I felt compromised in a way. You know, when I was at the Grammys, right, when I got exposed to blogs, it was like the worst thing that could ever happen to me, getting exposed to blogs. Do you remember this outfit I had where I had like these really cool shades on and my chest was out with all these chains and stuff? Basically, I had, like how I dress today. Not today, but you know how I dress on the VMAs. Yeah. That was like, I was like, this is what I want to do. And then the next day I saw these blogs, it's like, he was wearing gloves and he had this, and they basically tried to compromise me and beat me into the submission of regular walking down the streetness. And you know, I can't I can't do that anymore. I don't base my taste level off of what the trends are, what the common perception is, or you know, it's just like say with the Bush comment when I originally made it. George Bush doesn't care about black people. People agree with it, so I got held for it. And then when I cut Taylor off, people disagree with me cutting her off, and it completely ended my tour, and I lost everything because of it. Nonetheless, both things is exactly how I saw it, and I stand up here, I'm like, am I the only one that's not crazy here in this situation? And everybody's like, it's the alcohol. It's that. No, it's not the alcohol. It's the system. It's the way it's set up. It's the fact that, you know, the last 4 albums of the year, you know, at the Grammys are Dixie Chicks, Herbie Hancock, Ray Charles, and Taylor Swift. And that's not accurate. It's not accurate, and that has nothing to do with race. I just named 2 black people. Right? And one thing, what I will state where I am, and you've probably heard the statement, where I am empathetic to Bush in the situation is with us being public figures. I'm a rapper. You can't choose to be the #1 rapper in the world. You can't choose to be the president. Like, people choose you, and you have a responsibility at that point to represent their feelings. And if you show a lack of compassion or something, there'll be an outcry. And so with the Bush moment, there was a lack of compassion that we saw. And then with my moment with Taylor, with this 12-year-old, 18-year-old girl, cutting her off, it showed like a lack of compassion with everything she went to deserve this one moment that just shouldn't, you know, that caused her to like go off and have 100 magazine covers and sell 1 million the first week. But that shouldn't even been categorized with the greatest living artists that we have to date to even be put in the same category. You know, it's just disrespectful. It's retarded. And for me, you can see the amount of work that we put into this. I put my entire life into it. I put my life on the line. I say shit people would not say on record, you know, and have to face up to it. And like, go to church the next day after I made the porn song and be like, hey, you know, I liked it. I made a song about it. Now what you gonna do? You know. So,
I mean, sheesh. So let's talk about the album, shall we? It finally dropped on November 22nd, 2010, debuting at number 1, selling 496,000 copies first week. 46,000 more copies than 808s did. Look at all these scores this album got. Bruh. Yeah, this is probably his most highly acclaimed album. He got that number 1 spot in all kinds of different lists. Fantano still gave it a 6 though, let's not forget.
I'm feeling a light to decent 6 on this thing, but that's just my opinion.
Personally, I remember this album was a big deal when I was in high school. Nicki Minaj was on top of the world too at the time, with her album Pink Friday releasing on the same day actually. And that monster verse she spit? Psh. That's one of her best verses of all time. And look, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I was a huge fan of it right away, because I wasn't. I was probably more into Lil B and Soulja Boy at the time, I'm not even gonna lie.
Hoodie with that swag, fan base, got bitches on roll.
But it was undeniable when Power,
No one man should have all that power.
all of the lights,
Street lights, all of the lights, all of the lights. Fast life.
and Runaway were all on the radio at the time. Like, damn, these are classics.
I'm Yeezy. She said, hi, Maria. No, you an angel. You ain't high to Aaliyah.
Go to your happy price, Priceline.
school that was hard to get into, like for kindergarten and, you know, for grammar school. And they said, oh, he's an artist. And I was like, yeah, I could draw. And they asked me what I want to draw. I said, I like football players. And they said, well, can you just draw a person? And I said, I'll draw a person with a football uniform on. And I'm here today. It's like, that like just explains everything. And I was at 5 years old. Oh my God. Did y'all see someone different when I was little? We had this dog we had this dog that we called Genius because he could get out of anything. We had him like roped up. He'd always like make his way home and shit. He could hop that fence right there. And this is the fence I used to go through when I ride my bike. Just to not have to ride around that way, but to go directly to the park.
Watch the Throne was released on August 8th, 2011, debuting at number 1, selling 436,000 copies first week. And man, this album just defines high school for me, bro. It's not even funny. Yo, y'all remember when planking was a thing? Yeah, this album reminds me of those times, bro. When LeBron was still kind of the villain in Miami, everyone wanted to rock snapbacks, Temple Run was one of the hottest games on the planet, just good times. The album has a ton of bangers, and it's probably the greatest collab hip-hop album of all time.
Last week I was in my other bins. All your diamonds up, could we in this bitch another again? It was all good just a week ago. Yeah, niggas feel they self. Then I watch the throne drop. Niggas kill they self. Who don't believe in anything?
One of my favorite Kanye verses is on this album too, from the track New Day.
Now even though it's style sisters y'all out here, I'ma spit this like I'm in the car right here. Just spitting the verse. It's my favorite shit I ever wrote, so listen close, please. I never let my son have an ego. He be nice to everyone wherever we go. Yo, I might even make him be Republican, so everybody know he love white people. And I never let him leave his college girlfriend or get caught up with the groupies in the whirlwind. And I never let him ever hit a telethon. I mean, even if people dying and the world ends. See, I just want him to have an easy life, not like easy life. Just want him to be someone people like. Don't want him to be hated all the time, judge. Don't be like your daddy that'll never budge. And even though I still hit the strip club, I learned the hard way, that ain't the place to get love. And I never let his mom move to LA, knowing she couldn't take the pressure, now we all pray.
So I wanted to start this interview with Donda, and actually specifically January 2012, you kind of formally announced it. And I want to talk about this idea of like a design company that's really thinking about the world. Could you talk about, like, to you, what does this creating this design company ultimately mean? Like, what's your dream?
In some ways, it's already happening with the people who I've worked with, and the mental push-ups that people go through, and then what they take and take to other creative places to go. So I hate when someone comes and works with me for like a couple weeks or something, or 2 months, and then they can try to tell people that they've worked with Kanye West, because you haven't worked with Kanye West unless you've worked with me for like 6 months to a year or 2 years and really been through having to redo a project like 100 times, or really word something in a specifically perfect way, or to communicate it at the exact. That's ironic because that was not communicated good at all. So there's been a lot of people who have worked with me that are already starting to fill in the blanks of the chart, and people, they come, they go away, they work here for a bit, they work on other projects. We argue, we deal with our positions and our voice in society, that we're all like these fighting artists, all with a common goal of wanting to affect the world for positive change.
Right? Can a young nigga get money anymore? Tell Peter my mink is jagging on the floor.
Lamborghini Mercy, yo chick she so thirsty. I'm in that 2C Lambo.
Do whatever I say. My block behind me like I'm coming out the driveway.
Cruel Summer was released on September 14th, 2012, debuting at number 2, selling 205,000 copies first week, to some lukewarm review scores. To be fair though, it is a compilation album, so it isn't one of his studio albums, but it's still pretty underrated. I remember these singles being everywhere in 2012, like everywhere, bro. And wasn't that Theraflu track targeted towards Chris Humphries when Kim was married to that dude? Bro, Kanye took his whole girl, bro.
Shut the fuck up when you talk to me, for I embarrass you. How, Sway? You ain't got the answer, Sway. I am the #1 most impactful artist of our generation. I am Shakespeare in the flesh. Walt Disney, Nike, Google. Now who's gonna be the Medici family and stand up and let me create more? Or do you want to marginalize me till I'm out of my moment? And it ain't no Ralph though. It ain't Ralph level.
Let me ask you this. I'm asking.
What's the name of your clothing line? We don't know.
What Michael Jackson did with music videos and the ground he broke, there would be no Kanye West if it wasn't for Michael Jackson.
Now the rappers is the new R&B niggas. The rappers, the new radio. Where's the culture at?
Yeah.
Where is the culture at?
Do you not like the reception Jesus has gotten? Cause I didn't like the album at all, and I was a Kanye West fan.
Yeah.
But Jesus was whack to me.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So what were you saying?
We don't give a fuck about how much goddamn money you make. We make good music. I'm a little mother. I don't want that loose right now. I might get loose right now. Freestyle. It's all Pusha T. It's all Pusha. Talk to him, Yeezy. Talk to him. We don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. Talk to him. Nigga, this is that culture. This is that culture. For everybody stealing the culture, for all niggas trying to do their camo prints and magic, this motherfucking Pusha T. All niggas trying to extend their motherfucking t-shirts, trying to throw numbers on the back of their shit. This motherfucking Pusha T.
Yeezus was released on June 18th, 2013. Well, it was actually leaked 4 days before it actually came out. I remember my boy sending me the MP3 file and I was like, damn bro, this is so weird. Like, it was such a different sound, man. Like, I didn't really know what to think of it, honestly. Surprisingly enough, from word of mouth and the reception I've seen of some Ye fans or just people that don't really listen to Ye like that, Yeezus is always that album that people either really love it or really hate it. There's like no in between. Surprisingly enough though, it actually got some super high praise from critics. It also debuted at #1 and sold 327,000 copies first week. When I first saw that album cover, I was like, what the fuck? This is low-key kind of fire. As simple as it is. Yeezy actually explained in an interview about the cover, saying, the whole concept for the Yeezus album is that we're not going to be using CDs in the future. And since this is the last time we're going to see it, this is an open casket for the CD. Interesting. This album was one of the tapes I was bumping a lot that summer, with songs like Black Skinhead,
Middle America packed in, came to see me in my black skin.
New Slaves,
Spending everything on Alexander Wang, New Slaves.
Blood on the Leaves,
So let's get on with it. You could have been somebody.
especially Hold My Liquor. Oh man.
Bitch, I'm back out my coma. Waking up on your sofa.
Here's a little funny clip of Chief Keef talking about it actually.
Working with Kanye.
work
What?
with Kanye.
Oh, you check this out, man. Like, I never wore this shirt. This just got hot. I don't know. It's the Basquiat. My man Kanye West. Everybody's talking about Kanye West. Now, you know how Chicago got rap on lock right about now. Yeezus is supposed to be in stores. I heard you. Are you on the album?
Yeah, I did a song called, I forget. Yeah, I'm on it. I forgot what the song's called.
Yeah.
But it's a hot song.
As long as you own it, right?
All right.
All right, so at least we got something out of him. Chief Keef is on Kanye's new album, the new Yeezus album.
I can't handle no liquor.
He was also in Anchorman 2, which I thought was pretty funny.
The most requested video of the day, a new band called Burgundy Sucking Chest Wound.
The first pic shows Kim and her man smiling from ear to ear while holding hands as their friends and family look on as they walk down the aisle after finally being declared husband and wife.
You really don't understand. I can't see nobody. Niggas be loving the oh yeah, they saying the new day that nigga be spazzing. Really? Me? Too aggressive? Baby, we should hit the south of France so you could run around without the pants. Hello, my only one, just like the morning sun.
Yeah, I'm about 4 or 5 seconds from wildin'.
I feel like MJ, I'm in his shoes. I don't know nobody, I guess I don't.
And I was telling him about this time when my daughter Mary was born. A lot of what we did was just telling each other stories. And I said, we were in the hospital with the birth of this new baby, you know, and we were glowing with the whole joy of it all. And I'd been looking at this Picasso picture, a man with a guitar. He's sort of like this Picasso. And I'd been looking at it all week and thinking, you know, he's good painter, him, you know. And then I suddenly thought, what's that chord he's playing? And I looked at the chord and it was these 2 fingers here. And I thought, oh, that's a lovely chord. So I started to try and write something just using 2 fingers all the time. So, and then I whistled the melody, which is what I did for Kanye. 2 fingers. 2 fingers.
Bamboo HR is your complete HR, payroll, and benefits platform where everything works together in one place.
2 fingers. Anyway, it goes all the way through it, and 2 fingers all the time. And I was telling that to Kanye, and he went, "Oh yeah, great man," you know. Didn't appear to really notice. And then after Christmas, I get this track back, and it's like, dun, 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 dun. He's taken my melody and he's made it like seriously urban, and that was a thing called All Day. The lyrics are like, you know, it's the N-word a lot. You know, how long have you been at the mall? All day, N-word. And then, well, you know, no, all day, N-word. And it's a great record. Well, the thing was about that, when I got it and people heard it, quite a few people said, "You can't be connected with this. You know, it's like 40 N-words." And people are going to say, you know, wait, man, you know, you shouldn't do that. And people like Oprah, who are a little conservative about that stuff, she says you shouldn't do it. You know, even black people shouldn't use that word. I said, yeah, but it's Kanye. And he's talking about an urban generation that uses that word in a completely different way.
So it's all about context then?
Yeah.
You were happy
so it's a context, you know, so, yeah, so I was actually pleased with it.
You know, my end goal 10 years from now will be to have everything at a Zara level. Like,
well, let me start with some positivity, man. I think Only One and Wolves are dope records.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
I think they're really dope, too.
Wow, this is starting way different than the last one.
But I don't like 4, 5 seconds, and that's why did you do that?
Way up, I feel blessed. So I Snapchat that whole shit. One man could change the world. I'ma tell you truthfully, if you leave Mickey, you gon' end up with a goofy. You know it's all your fault.
Nobody, babe. Yo, bro, that song used to be my shit. But yeah, 2015 was an interesting year for Kanye. I remember him releasing those Yeezy Boost 750s and people going crazy for them. I remember him having such a huge imprint on Big Sean's Dark Sky Paradise album. If it wasn't for Kanye, I don't think that album would be nearly as good.
Walking, living legend, man, I feel like Kobe. Quavo.
Lifestyle on camera. $100,000 chandelier.
They still out to get me, they don't get it. I cannot be got it, that's a given. I know why all the windows tinted on the time. Every single bitch that I know. It's something.
He lost. You know what it is. Look at my legs. I was definitely in the way. My fault,
This nigga right here was in my way, nigga.
My fault, I ain't mean to, B. I ain't mean to.
This nigga crazy. Have y'all heard this nigga? This nigga on stage. This nigga crazier than the shit I got on my head.
And radio and Doc and 92.
did you hear that song so many times? You seen her play it for free. And you know what it is though? Cause hey, I love Drake.
I thought he was supposed to be doing the show.
The Life of Pablo. Oh man, what a time. Releasing on February 14th, 2016, I remember it being, I believe, my junior year of college at the time, and just the overall buzz around this album was insane. I remember it being available only on Tidal for a while, which, yeah, it ended up being illegally downloaded over 500,000 times, bro. And despite Kanye asking Tidal to withhold streaming numbers for it in February, Tidal revealed it in March anyways, and the album was streamed over 250 million times within 10 days of it being released. And I remember somehow getting my hands on the MP3 file from a Dropbox link or some shit like that, and hearing it like that, and man, it was definitely a dope experience. This album just felt like a huge deal, you feel me? And it made such a big impact in hip-hop. Just the way Kanye curates his projects is like no other. When he was posting this notepad and it constantly changed every other day and shit like that, with a different artist signature on it, like bro, that was just so dope. Getting so many people to work on this project, like it's just one giant group project, like in a dope way. The build up for it, the listening party he had at MSG, it's just so different. Like you don't see many rappers out here hosting an entire arena just to listen to an album, and with all the hoopla that goes along with it, like the models and shit. Remember Lil Yachty just standing there? Legendary for real. There's way too many songs to mention, but my absolute favorites gotta be FML.
Only I can mention it. See, before I let you go, one last thing I need to let you know.
Real Friends. And Father Stretch My Hands.
And I get bleach on my t-shirt, I'ma feel like an asshole.
Oh, and St. Pablo, goated. Goated.
People trying to say I'm going crazy on Twitter. My friend's best advice was to stay low.
Yo, who remembers this rant he did one show at Sacramento for his St. Pablo tour and ended up canceling the tour right after this, actually?
Hey, stop it. Hey, radio, fuck you. But you know who the greatest of all of us? Who do y'all think? Kid motherfucking Cudi. Oh yeah, I'm on my Trump shit tonight. Khaled and Drake. Is it just me? Or did you hear that song so many times? You seen one play it for free. Jay-Z called me, bro. You still ain't called me. MTV, fuck you. Once again, as always, Shia LaBeouf. Kid Cudi feels away. Give him a call. Get ready, cause the show's over.
I mean, damn.
This morning, new details are emerging about Kanye West's alleged mental state as he was rushed to the hospital. Heard on this fire department dispatch call obtained by TMZ.
Rescue 41, psychiatric emergency, Laurel Avenue.
The 911 call came in around 1:20 p.m. on Monday after West was reportedly acting erratically. Paramedics and the Los Angeles Fire Department rushed to the Hollywood home of his personal trainer, where, according to TMZ, officials spoke with West for 90 minutes before following protocol for a psychiatric patient, restraining him and taking him to UCLA Medical Center for an evaluation.
The doctor called 911 and said that Kanye was suffering a temporary psychosis as a result of a lack of sleep and exhaustion.
Now fans wonder if the emergency caused his abrupt decision to cancel the remaining 21 appearances of his St. Pablo tour.
Now, 2018 was a pretty crazy year for Kanye.
Northwest's father.
What's good? Kanye, how you doing, man? What's good?
Welcome to Kanye. Thank you so much. Everybody wants to hear from you, and I want to have a discussion about it. What drove you to that? What was your point? What are you trying to do with the message you're sending?
People say feel free, but they don't really want us to feel free. And I felt a freedom in, first of all, just doing something that everybody tells you not to do. And, you know, I'm not coming up here to justify anything. It's, you know, you can't tell me nothing. I made the song, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell me what I'm, you know, supposed to do. And also, it's like the idea of icons and representations. You know, I don't subscribe to icons. You take like the Nazi symbol. If you go to India, it's all over the place, but it doesn't represent that. It represents something different. So for me to wear that hat means I want to make America great in my own way. I'm an artist, right? So to ask an artist, there's infinite reasons. There's infinite reasons to the why an artist does something. An artist doesn't need suggestions. An artist needs paintbrush and a canvas. So this opened up a conversation. I'm probably gonna do the least good explanation of why. I'm just connected with the universe, period. You know, I'm just, and that's gonna come off whack. Don't try to wacko-jacko me for saying that. I had plastic surgery because I was trying to look good for y'all. I got liposuction because I didn't want y'all to call me fat like y'all called Rob at the wedding and made him fly home before me and Kim got married. I didn't want y'all to call me fat, so I got liposuction. When you hear about slavery for 400 years, that sounds like a choice. Like, you was there for 400 years and it's all of y'all?
That was the comment that crossed the line for at least one TMZ staffer.
We have to deal with the marginalization that has come from the 400 years of slavery that you said for our people was a choice. And brother, I am unbelievably hurt by the fact that you have morphed into something, to me, that's not real. Bro, you gotta be responsible, man.
Bro, I'm sorry I hurt you.
You gotta be responsible, dog.
I'm sorry I hurt you, bro.
Your voice is too big. You gotta
I'm sorry I hurt you, bro. I love you, bro. I'm sorry I hurt you with my words, bro.
Bro.
I love you, bro.
Man.
You know, it's frustrating. And really, ever since the Taylor Swift moment, it just had never been the same. The connection with radio. Whatever powers that be, it was much harder after that.
And so many times I talk to like a white person about this and they say, how could you like Trump? He's racist. If someone inspires me and I connect with them, I don't have to believe in all their policies.
They bullied me backstage. They said, don't go out there with that hat on. They bullied me backstage. They bullied me.
Like I said, a crazy year. But what's even more crazier? Well, before I get into anything else music related, like Kids See Ghosts or Ye, I gotta talk about the beef he had with Drake. And it didn't really stem from one thing in particular, it sort of just all piled up until this moment in time in 2018.
What up with you and Ye, man? Are y'all okay, man?
To understand the beef between Kanye West and Drake, we need to go back to 2008. When idols became rivals. In 2008, Kanye West is one of the biggest hip-hop artists / producers in the world, and his influence just as large. To any rapper up and coming at the time, it's no secret he was somebody you probably wanted to be like, and Drake was one of them. Drake would remix songs by Kanye on his mixtapes Comeback Season and So Far Gone, very early in his career. When asked in interviews, he was always very open about drawing inspiration from him, and in 2009 he told MTV Kanye was the most influential person he had ever had in his life. As Drake's career began to really take off, it was only inevitable their paths would cross, and they eventually did. They would meet for the first time in Hawaii and had a brief conversation about working on Drake's debut album. You could say this was the start of their friendship, and over the coming months, they would be in more contact with each other. After featuring on the song Digital Girl together, Kanye stepped forward offering to direct the music video to Drake's hit song Best I Ever Had. You could say their friendship was warming up.
Wendy's fries are always hot and crispy.
Friday!
So Toby says every day is now
Friday. Tuesday.
Friday.
Wednesday.
Friday.
Friday.
Get the fries other fries wish they could be. Wendy's hot and crispy fries, guaranteed.
By the end of 2009, Drake was becoming more than just the rookie he was seen as before. His song Forever featured 3 of the biggest artists from that decade, which included Kanye West. He would lay down the chorus on the track and delivered his iconic
Last name ever, first name greatest. Like a sprained ankle, boy, ain't nothing to...
Artists like Jay-Z saluted Drake for being able to keep up on a track with Lil Wayne, Kanye, and Eminem, validating that he too had the potential to become just as big.
He's proved that he's very talented, you know, with that mixtape, which was phenomenal.
The two continued to collab as Drake's debut album approached. Kanye would write a song that he initially intended to give to Rihanna, but with Drake blowing up in the industry as somebody who could rap and sing, he felt Drake could pull it off even better, which says a lot about how Kanye felt about Drake. That song was Find Your Love, and as we know was one of the biggest songs of 2010. Although this wasn't the only song Kanye helped write on Drake's first album, it was the one that stood out and meant the most. To paint the picture, after this album came out, Drake was no longer the up-and-coming rapper he was just 2 years before. He was at the top of the food chain and showed no signs of slowing down, due to his wide range of styles that he was able to pull off. The potential that Drake was showcasing began to intimidate Kanye, and he stated this in numerous interviews.
I look at Drake as like an amazing sparring partner. You know, someone's like, come on man, get back up.
But initially it wasn't a negative thing. Kanye just stated it pushed him to step up his game, because it had been so long since someone like Drake had stepped on the scene and actually put that kind of pressure. But this didn't last very long, and the energy between the two did start to change. Drake was seen leaving a club with Kanye's ex-girlfriend Amber Rose in late 2010. You could argue this may have been the beginning of their competitive careers and the end of their friendship they once had. Kanye started to feel like Drake's ego was getting to him after blowing up. It's unclear if Drake started to give him the cold shoulder after this, or if it was just Kanye's insecurities making him feel this way. Regardless, tension between the two was building up by the end of 2010. Around this time, Drake and Lil Wayne had been teasing the idea of dropping a joint album together. Shortly after this, Kanye announced that he and Jay-Z would be doing the same thing for their project, Watch the Throne. This felt personal to Drake for whatever reason, because they still had some unreleased music together that was set to drop soon, despite the tension.
Some other guys are coming out with the album too. There's two other guys that are coming out with it together. Two other rappers that are coming out with an album together. I don't know where they got that idea, but...
One of those unreleased songs was All the Lights, but Kanye ended up removing Drake's verse off the song when it dropped. It's possible this had nothing to do with their issues, as he is a known perfectionist and it's not that uncommon for an artist to do that. But the comparisons between Kanye and Drake was a big topic throughout 2011. When Drake was asked about this, he once again stated that Kanye was a huge inspiration to him, but he didn't want to be like Kanye. He wanted to surpass everything Kanye's ever done. In his song I'm On One with DJ Khaled that year, he makes it known that he feels like the throne was for the taking, and he was gonna take it. People obviously took this as a shot at Kanye and Jay-Z's Watch the Throne, but Drake quickly cleared the air about this on Twitter, but he left Kanye's name out. For almost 2 years, neither one really mentioned anything about the other, and for obvious reasons, they didn't really work on music together. In October of 2013 though, Drake brought Kanye out on stage at his OVO Fest, and they appeared to be on good terms once again. Magazines and news outlets who feed off negativity still tried to make it seem like there were issues between the two.
And I need... And Kanye... I can't talk about that. I ain't playing with my emotions, man. Kanye gonna piss me off, for real. That phone call you just had pissed me off. What? The fact that I didn't want to remix National Attack, but he told me some whole other shit the other day about, oh, you can't give me no more beats from my album and something like that.
On my way to the boat like I ain't just got on.
An old video surfaced online where Drake talked about being upset that Kanye wouldn't give him beats anymore. The news outlets tried to make this seem like it was a negative light when in reality, he was just showing homage to how much he appreciated Kanye's production. They began discussing the idea of a joint album together titled Wolves, and even promoted the idea by word of mouth and billboards around different cities. By 2016, things really seemed like they were back to normal. Drake even helped write some songs for Kanye's album The Life of Pablo. On the outside, things seemed good between them. Kanye obviously felt otherwise deep down. As Kanye was touring for his album, he randomly decided to go on a rant before walking off the stage and only performing 3 songs. During this rant, he mentioned that DJ Khaled and Drake's hit song For Free was being played on the radio too often, and that he felt like they were paying for exposure. Obviously, Drake felt blindsided by these comments because he felt like they were on good terms again. Some believe he may have been upset about the bar Drake put in his Summer 16 song about Kanye's pool, but it didn't seem like it was that deep, and Kanye may have overreacted. He was even seen shortly after tearing out his pool to build an entire lake in his backyard. It seemed the competitive nature between the two somehow always found a way to go too far. Much like in the past, the only thing that seemed to bring them closer again was having time away from each other. And for the next year or so, that's what they did, all the way until 2018. But history always repeats itself. By 2018, Kanye began reaching back out to Drake, but this time the two kept this private for the most part. But it's safe to say they spoke about their issues and were keeping in contact from a distance. Kanye was working on his upcoming project Ye in Wyoming, and he made it seem like he just wanted Drake to come out and work on music for Drake's album Scorpion. When Drake arrived in Wyoming, he quickly realized he was only invited to help work on Kanye's music, not his, and he recalls the vibe being off. Despite feeling this way, Kanye was adamant about portraying a genuine vibe, and began asking Drake questions about his personal life. This included his newborn son, that at the time, the world didn't know about. This conversation also included things like a promise to give Drake a beat that he really fucked with, and the dates of when he planned on dropping his album Scorpion. Artists typically like to keep these release dates private until they're set in stone, because of the competitive nature behind it. Dropping an album the same day or too close to another mainstream artist can come off as almost disrespectful, but it's obvious Kanye used this information he received for malicious use. Shortly after his trip to Wyoming, Drake announced Scorpion to be released in June. Just days later, Kanye would announce his release date as well for June 1st. As if that didn't seem like it was disrespect enough, Kanye then took the beat that he had promised Drake and released it as the song Lift Yourself, which if you listen to the lyrics was clearly just Kanye trolling Drake.
Whoopie-dee-scoop, scoop-dee-dee-whoop, whoop-dee-scoop-dee-poop.
Realizing the on and off behavior patterns that Kanye had been giving off for years now, Drake decided to distance himself instead of rehashing their beef publicly again. That was until Kanye West's label mate Pusha T came for Drake in his song Infrared. The reason Kanye still ties into this side story as well though, is because he made the beat for that track. Drake and Pusha T actually had their own beef though from years before. Drake dissed Pusha T and Kid Cudi on his song Two Birds One Stone. As we know, Drake is not somebody to back down after being provoked in a diss song, so of course he responded with one of his own. Duppy Freestyle released shortly after, and it didn't disappoint when it came to clapping back at Pusha and Kanye, but he really wasn't prepared for what was coming. Pusha responded with the story of Adidon, which included some of the most disrespectful bars to ever surface on a diss record.
Did Pusha go too far by revealing the child and presenting that to the world?
Well, I'll say this. I tip my hat to the chess move. I mean, it was a genius play in the game of chess. And definitely, warranted my first quote unquote, loss in the competitive sport of rapping.
She's not here right now, she's not.
It was obvious to Drake that Kanye had used their conversation in Wyoming earlier that year against him by giving this information out like that to Pusha T. Drake recorded yet another response but decided not to release it, stating it wasn't what he wanted to be remembered by. According to the people close to Drake, the response he did record had information that would ruin Kanye West's career. Of course, almost immediately, people began spreading rumors about what Drake could possibly have on Kanye that would ruin his life. One of those rumors was the possibility of Drake sleeping with Kanye's wife, Kim Kardashian. Although these in fact were just rumors, people believed the lyrics from Sicko Mode and the chorus to In My Feelings, Kiki Do You Love Me, was referenced to Kim. After this, Drake was inside Kanye's head, making him question his marriage and not denying the rumors that he slept with his wife. Whereas Pusha T is also in Drake's head, stating that he got the information about his son from Drake's producer, who was pillow talking to a female, not Kanye. Some people believe that this may be another reason why Drake wouldn't come out and just admit to the rumors with Kim, because he himself is still not 100% sure if Kanye is actually the one who told Pusha about his kid. Drake continued to drop lines in his songs targeted at Kanye, but essentially they both seemed to agree that they would just remain enemies. In September of 2018, Kanye would tweet out an apology to Drake via multiple messages, saying he shouldn't have stepped on Drake's release dates, and he apologized for not giving him the Lift Yourself beat as well. But to Drake this looked like it could have been the same situation as what happened in Wyoming, so he didn't respond. This no response obviously got under Kanye's skin, because just another couple months down the road, he was back on Twitter with more messages for Drake. Despite the two not being on speaking terms, every once in a while they actually show love to each other in their own ways, like this Instagram caption from Drake. Thanks for having me, bro. Y'all go subscribe to Aaron right now.
Hey, that's love, bro, for real. Now let's get into what Kanye dropped himself this year. Kanye was on a roll this year. You could honestly call him butter. Anyways, he has production work for albums like Daytona by Pusha T, Tiana Taylor's KTSE, and Nas's Nasir, along with his own 2 projects. First, let's talk about his 8th studio album, Ye.
Yes, you know, yeah, what it is. I don't wanna go on the top job, yeah.
Why the number 7 on the projects that's coming out yet?
That's something that just, hit me. That was just a gut feeling. But then I read information about it afterwards, about the power of the number 7 and completion and the God number.
Did you know that before going in?
I knew a little bit about it. I always heard about 7s. I saw 7s. I went to Michael Jackson's archive, and he had all these jackets that said 777 on them. So, yeah, it just feels complete, though.
Why the album title Ye?
Well, I believe Ye is the most commonly used word in the Bible, and in the Bible it means you. So it's I'm you, I'm us. It's us. It went from being Kanye, which means the only one, to just Ye, just being a reflection of our good, our bad, our confused, everything. That I'm just more of a reflection of who we are, just as beings. Yeah.
Releasing on June 1st, 2018. The fact that this man made this album in the midst of all the madness and after that TMZ and SNL drama is pretty astonishing considering how good the album is.
Tweaking off that 2CB, huh? Is he gonna make it TBD, huh?
Reason to defend all of your violent nights.
I'm scared of the karma, cause now I see women as something to nurture. I'ma lose my mind in it. Get the rubbing on my lap, get the chini out the
He was also part of this song too.
You're such a fucking hoe, I love it.
Like, you can't tell me this beat doesn't go with this artwork right now. Come on, bro.
Ain't no stress on me, boy. I'm moving forward.
Kids See Ghost was released on June 8th, 2018 to massive praise and was on all kinds of different top 10s, top 25s, or best album lists, you name it. It debuted at number 2 and sold 142,000 copies first week. It was actually supposed to be called Everybody Wins, but Ye went on Twitter and announced the name of it. The project only has 7 songs, but that's fine because it makes for an amazing experience. Not too long, but all fire. There was actually supposed to be an animated series from this, but I don't know what happened with that shit. But yeah, Feel the Love goes stupid, bruh.
Use Kayak's filters to find hotels that have the free stuff you want. Download the Kayak app now.
Oh yeah, and Tyler being in the crowd for the song Free is just super dope to see, bruh. Fast forward to September of 2018, Ye tweeted this and states that not only will he be releasing the album that day, he'll also be premiering the album on Saturday Night Live. And just 2 days before the album's release date, Ye teased us with a video complemented with audio that was expected to be on it. The fans would call it 80 Degrees, which would eventually become Hurricane later on. Although the 29th comes around and the album does not come out. Although Kim Kardashian does end up tweeting this, that the album is actually going to be released on Black Friday the 23rd of November, which is actually my birthday, Sagittarius gang. Just about 11 days after that, Ye would tweet this, saying that his album isn't ready yet and that he'll announce the release date once it's done, but nothing came out of that. In January of 2019, this is when Kanye starts to host his Sunday service events.
J's and Poshas and drove me crazy. I couldn't even pronounce nothing. Past that Mercedes. Then I spent $400 on this just to be like.
This is the beginning of a monumental change in Kanye's creative direction and totally changes the whole concept of Yandhi. The biggest Sunday service had to be the event at Coachella. He would perform a song that we would later know as Water, featuring Ant Clemens. But eventually we would get an update on new music by Kanye, but not from Kanye himself, but from Kim K, with her tweeting a picture of the tracklist and album title, Jesus is King, with a release date September 27th. Ye would then announce that his music from now on will no longer be secular. No explicit lyrics from him.
When she said, my dick. And she said she ain't said my dick.
And I remember people were still holding on to the hope that Yandhi would still be released.
I'm a ride, that's on God. Even if I take this walk alone. Try to live the life right. People really know you push your buttons like type right.
The album received a bunch of mixed reviews from critics and everyone I spoke to about it, and me as well. Personally, I grew up a Christian myself, and I've heard a bunch of Christian rappers and albums throughout my life, and I will admit this was definitely one of the most interesting gospel albums I've ever heard. I went into it like, okay, this is gonna be a different side of Ye, even though we did get that Jesus Walks Ye way back in the day, and it has maybe 3 songs I go back to.
What's up, man? What's up, Easy? Let's go.
He was even on a 6ix9ine track, for God's sake.
Oh my God, swipe a 30-inch weave on a sugar daddy car. Ooh.
And Nicki Minaj, till some dudes pulled up and wanted to shoot up the crib they were in.
As the words rolled off his tongue,
I have decided in 2020
eyes roll
to run for president.
Gives a whole new meaning to the West Wing.
That's 2020, I'ma run the whole election.
America. What is America's destiny? What is best for our nation?
Right. I'm not trying to quiet your voices, actually, so I don't want to say that in an improper way. I just haven't had the time to word it in the most elegant way possible. So that's a Stephen move. When Harriet Tubman never actually freed the slaves. She just had the slaves go work for other white people.
Y'all, we leaving right now.
My mom saved my life. There would have been no Kanye West because my dad was too busy.
Kanye himself shared on Twitter that he voted for the first time ever, and his presidential candidate of choice, himself. No surprise there. Kanye was the first to admit he was no longer in the running and threw in the towel on Twitter for this year's election. But that didn't stop him from continuing to push for the next presidential election, writing, well, Kanye 2024.
I believe that my calling is to be the leader of the free world.
I promise Playboy, we get the tape out for the weekend is over. It was a blood.
We all know that 2020 was a crazy year, like for all of us. The whole world seemed to have crashed down with all the riots, politics, all kinds of craziness. And Ye running for president was something that he said he would do 5 years prior. So he may not have became president, but the fact that he fulfilled that and actually was a candidate I gotta respect that. Oh yeah, and Harambe running for president was crazy too. RIP to that boy, man.
Donda, Donda, Donda.
Man, the rollout for Donda? Psh, where do I even start, bruh? Back in June of 2020, Ye announced that his next album was supposed to be called God's Country. And since then, a lot has gone on in Ye's life that's impacted the expected release of the renamed album, Donda. I remember him going off on Twitter about a variety of topics, one of them being about rappers and them owning their own masters and whatnot. You could stop to read all these tweets if you want, but yeah, that boy was on a rampage on Twitter, bro. So let's get to 2021 now, and let's go to a specific day, September 3rd. 4 days after Donda was released, but we'll get into that in a second. It was the day that Certified Lover Boy was released, and I'm not gonna lie, the whole back and forth between Ye and Drake was a fun moment in time. Especially everyone on social media was like taking sides on who's gonna sell more, who's better, who's gonna have the better album, all that kind of shit. Drake putting up billboards everywhere, that was interesting. But let's talk about what happened after Drake dropped the album. He does one of the dumbest things he could have done, bro. He would go on Night Owl Radio and play an unreleased Kanye track, Life of the Party, featuring Andre 3000.
Miss Donda, you see my mama, tell her I'm lost. You see, she'd always light a cigarette, we talk, I would cough.
Why he would do that? Bruh, I still don't understand to this day, because that song is low-key more lyrical than anything on CLB. Kanye Shoulder Shrug. I mean, Drake literally handed out an L to himself, but we definitely gotta talk about these listening events that Ye was hosting, man. I swear, only Kanye can do shit like this. He would go on to host 3 different events, with each one being more unique in their own way. The second one was wild though, with him levitating like that. The third one was probably my favorite, with the burning house, him going on fire, like it was really a movie. The production value is dope as hell. Crazy to look back at it now, since the ending of the third one had Kim in a white dress walk up to him and you see Ye smiling. That was goosebumps, fam.
Ain't no motherfucking game, man. It's like 8 hours left of this shit. No fucking chuckling and nothing, no kind of way. All right, play Off the Grid. We off the grid, this for my kid.
And the fact that he would use this room inside a stadium for days on end to record the album is pretty wild. And getting a ton of producers and rappers to collab with him is super dope to me. Oh yeah, and speaking of him renting that room and whatnot, that reminds me. Here's a clip of Ronnie J talking about the way Kanye be moving out here.
I went to Chicago and I met him, and he was wearing a t-shirt with like X on the face of it, like with X's face on it. And I told him, I was like, yo, like, I respect that. And he was like, yeah, like, you know, I respect you guys for doing what y'all do and all that. And I just remember telling him like thank you for having me. He was like, thanks for coming. Out of nowhere, he was like, yeah, you know, we're going to Colombia tomorrow. You want to go? And I was like, hell yeah, I want to go.
Yeah, we're going to Colombia tomorrow. Yeah. What you think, bro? Just be traveling like these countries to get new inspiration or like something?
Yeah, that's
like that?
exactly what he does, bro. It's like, you know, like if he wants to link up with like some artists, you know, like this, like if he sees something, you know, like a piece of art here and he wants to go meet the artist, he'll go to that country and like go link with the artist. And yeah, he's like very like in a moment, bro. Like, I remember one time we was about to get on the jet, like literally, bro, about to walk on the jet, and he just gathered like everybody. He was like, yo, everybody come here. He was like, what's up? And he was like, yeah, you know, I really don't want to go to LA no more. I'd rather stay in Chicago and work. So then we had to like rebook the hotel rooms, and it was like a crazy experience.
While you were about to get on the jet.
Yeah, like bro, I was telling all my boys in LA, like I'm pulling up, you know what I'm saying? Everybody thought I was coming. But it's all good though.
That's inspiring for real. But back to Donda though. After a ton of delays, Donda finally drops on August 29th, 2021, debuting at #1, selling 309,000 copies first week. And mind you, on a random ass Sunday at like 8 a.m. Eastern time, by the way. It didn't really receive good reviews though, to be honest. Personally, I think the album is pretty damn good, but at the same time, it could have been trimmed a bit. The fact that we ended up getting a deluxe version with part 2s of the same songs that are already on the album just makes no sense to me. The part 2s should have been the default ones in the first place. The album is a bit of a mess, but it has some phenomenal songs, with some of my favorites being Remote Control Part 2. That shit should have been the OG. How dare you take Cuddy off originally? Come on, bro.
And I'm balling, going in the mall.
Jesus Lord.
Tell me if you know someone that needs
Moon. and of course, off the grid.
God bless me with amazing grace. She fell alone my day to day.
Probably the greatest verse that Fabio ever spit, by the way. It's as if Ye had a gun to his head and was like, boy, if you don't rap your heart out, I'm taking your life, fam. Now, there were a few artists that were pretty upset with Kanye after this shit dropped. Chris Brown talking about Ye a hoe, and especially that boy Big Soulja, bruh.
Don't never get to calling my phone talking about do no song, do no verse, pussy ass nigga, and get to taking the shit out your first. Nigga, you could have called me lame ass nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga. Cause Kanye, boy, you lame as fuck, nigga. I'm busy, nigga. I got my own shit popping, lame ass nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga? Puss ass nigga.
That boy was big mad. And I kind of understand why he was upset, because Ye did reach out to him. You know, he wanted him on the album. He did his verse, which Soulja Boy did preview on Twitter, I believe. And he just ended up not being on it. And Kanye did end up on Drink Champs to discuss this.
With Soulja Boy is top 5 most influential, and I'm not gonna argue with you niggas about this at all. But this nigga, Soulja Boy, top 5 as far as to what we are today.
Yeah,
you know, that's it's
why
like
you take him off your album.
You ain't hear that verse?
No. He was a parallel. Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, okay. He was apparently mad at you. The verse wasn't good.
Nah, but I tell you what though.
Ye just keeping it real, to be honest. But another thing too that Ye was talking about in the sit down was him saying that the worst thing he ever did was sign Big Sean. And when I heard that, I was like, what? Damn, that sounds kind of fucked up, bro.
Alright.
Hurry, man.
Pusha or Big Sean?
Oh, I love this. Let me tell you.
He said
not quick about this quick time.
Let me see if this works right.
Okay.
So I already decided
that when I die.
Eyes feeling dry, tired, stressed? Get a boost of moisture with BioTrue Hydration Boost Eye Drops.
On my tombstone, it's gonna say, I deserve to be here because I signed Big Sean.
So I'm not quite sure of your pick.
Yeah, you're not quite sure.
So
Big Sean, he's saying.
Big Sean over Pusha T?
No, I'm saying that the worst thing I've ever done was sign Big Sean.
That's a beautiful thing. Oh, that's a beautiful thing, man.
No, wait.
The worst. The worst. The worst. Oh, this is the best. Holy shit.
You fucked me up right now, bro. You fucked my algorithm up.
Time out. I think you said the best. Okay, hold on.
Nah, man, look, they let that. Man, I know this man mama, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've changed this man's family. And both John Legend and Big Sean, when I ran for office, got used quick by the Democrats to come at they boy that actually changed their life. And that's some sellout shit. And I don't rock with neither of them. And I need my apologies. I ain't saying they gonna change, but niggas is scared.
And Big Sean actually responded to this in a very lengthy way for about 20 minutes. Now, I'm not going to play the full length of it, but he basically was saying how, yeah, signing to Ye was a golden opportunity, and he's forever grateful for that, and he loves Ye. But he's the only artist that signed to good music that dropped 5 LPs. Many of them, if not all of them, went platinum. Back to back to back #1s too, keep in mind. Cudi left a long time ago business wise, and they still ended up linking back up. And whenever Ye would give him a call, he was always there. Quickly, wherever he was at, he's pulling up. And when he won a VMA award for One Man Can Change the World, Sean said he was the first one to tweet Kanye for president.
I've been down for you. Now peep this out. While he was running for president, I didn't have his contact. I purposely didn't endorse anybody publicly, politically, because my man's is running. I don't even have his contact at the time. I didn't come out and support no Democratic Party because my man's was running, and he wasn't even on the ballots in 30-some states.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what doesn't make any sense to Sean is that Ye said Sean was running with Democrats while he was running for president, which Sean says just isn't true. He also said his manager looked at his record deal and was like, bruh, this is the worst deal I've ever seen. And Sean said he had to spend his own money auditing his deal because millions of dollars are missing. He specifically said that Ye owes him $6 million.
This man, I had to spend my own money auditing my label because millions of dollars are missing, and you can tell when millions of dollars are missing.
Of course.
Right?
Yes. You should be.
I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on my label, thinking Universal owed me this money, and the money had been paid to good music. So let me ask you before we finish. No, let me ask you, bro.
Yeah.
If somebody owed you $500,000, how would you feel?
Yeah.
No, listen. How would you feel?
I would feel fucked.
And they was up 100 million. How would you feel?
Yeah, crazy.
What if they owed you $1 million?
Yeah.
What if they owed you $3 million?
Right.
Okay, what if they owed you $5 million?
Right.
What if they owed you $6? No, listen.
Okay.
What if they owed you that, bro?
Right. I understand.
And you showed up for them and you did all these things, right?
Right.
And they up billions.
Right.
And then the nigga who comes at them, who talks the most shit, he be bigging up in the interview and shit.
What we talking about? This is Drink Champs.
Talking about Drake.
Okay.
Who he, loves. And my thing is, bro, when you want to talk about loyal to a fault,
right? That's what you was talking about.
When you talk about that song, or not just that song, just the mentality. Like, yeah, I've been loyal because I feel like I'm the only one who stayed that long for good music. So yeah, it was a personal. It affected me personally, bro.
Man, y'all gotta watch this sit down with Sean, man. It's a lot to explain, but I'm not gonna lie, I gained a shit ton of respect after watching that. It made me realize how successful and consistent Big Sean's been for over a decade in this game.
Make some noise for Drake up in this! Sir!
Yo, it was super dope to see Drake and Ye make amends and get cool again. This show that they did in LA was pretty legendary, but nothing was more legendary to me than when I was at Rolling Loud, California that same weekend, and me and the people I was with was like, yo, imagine they both come out and surprise everyone. I was like, to be honest, I doubt that. Maybe Drake, cause him and Future got a tape together, but nah, bruh. Man, just peep my reaction, fam.
Yo, my boy really here, boy.
Yo, that boy even did an impromptu freestyle to fuck up some commas, bro. I was so starstruck that I couldn't even say Ye's name. I just kept saying Future, bro. That boy Yeezy even signed a 10-year deal with Gap, bruh. Fire, considering he used to work for them back in the day. Hey man, this whole Pete Davidson, Kid Cudi, Kim K drama is a whole reality TV show at this point. Tweaking on Instagram, bruh. Like the shit was Twitter. Posting memes, screaming in his captions with no punctuation, just going all types of ham because Pete, or what he likes to call Skeet, took his wife. And I'm not gonna lie, bro, Ye was acting extremely childish, and in my opinion, kinda fucked up to just do all this in public. It's just toxic, bruh. I understand Ye just wants to be one happy family again, but damn, bro. I don't know if all this is gonna make Kim get back with you, fam. And he was tight at Cudi because he didn't want Cudi to be friends with Skeet anymore. He felt like Cudi was betraying him and said that he wasn't gonna be on his album. And interestingly enough, Cudi said this under Kanye's post: "Too bad I don't want to be on your album, you effing dinosaur. Everyone knows I've been the best thing about your album since I met you." I'ma pray for you, brother. That alone is an interesting topic. Do you agree with that? Cause I don't know. Funny how Ye said we all speak in Billie language now, because he even got tied at Billie Eilish for stopping one of her shows because a fan needed help and said something like, "Oh, we take good care of our people. I wait for people to be okay till I can keep going again." And Ye took this as shots at Travis and was like, "Please apologize to Trav and the families of the people who lost their lives." And he said that he wasn't gonna be performing at Coachella if she doesn't apologize. Man, listen, if I was Billie, I'd be like, suck my left nut. I ain't apologizing for shit. And who are you to be telling me to apologize? You ain't my pops. Like, Ye is a wild boy. Kanye did apologize though a few days later, acknowledging the all caps thing and how his comments came off as harassment towards Kim, so I respect that. Yo, funny enough though, as I'm editing this shit, Kanye just posted this on his Instagram. It's a screenshot of Pete Davidson's Instagram, and in the caption he says, "Ran skeet off the gram. Tell your mother I changed your name for life." Damn, bruh. Yo, this man ain't playing no games. It's kind of crazy how Kanye wasn't even allowed into his own child's birthday party, and Travis was the only one who gave him the location.
I'm just wishing my daughter a public happy birthday. I wasn't allowed to know where her party was. There's nothing legal that's saying that these are the kind of games that's being played. It's the kind of thing that really has affected my health for the longest. And I'm just not playing. I'm taking control of my narrative this year. I'm being the father, the best father, the Ye version of a father, and I'm not finna let this happen. And we're gonna be in real time with this right here. Chicago, happy birthday. I love you. And I'm just putting this online because I need y'all support. I didn't call Kim, text the nannies. I got on the phone with Tristan. He said, he asked Chloe, won't nobody give me the address to my daughter's birthday party right now? And that's going to imprint in her mind that I wasn't there for her. You get what I'm saying? Like, I was supposed to be in Miami recording my album. My whole schedule is all based around me being able to take my kids to school, me being there for them, making sure that I'm in their life. That's the whole point of having money. They take so many fathers just throughout America. They've been taking the fathers out the homes purposely. So I'm speaking up. I'm using my voice to say, this ain't gonna keep happening. This narrative is not finna happen. There's a lot of people that's not in a position where they ain't got no voice when people be playing games like this. Baby mamas be playing games. The grandmama be playing games like this. And it's like, as y'all know, they ain't finna play like that with me.
Donda 2? Executively produced by Future? Oh nah. When I saw this, I was like, no way, bro. A sequel already? Interesting. We take those though. And, which most of you probably already know already, he has his own documentary on Netflix, which is a 3-part series, which I actually went to see part 1 in theaters, fam. I just had to experience that on the big screen. That first episode alone was so inspiring, bro. I cannot believe the fact that he was being turned down by so many people because he wasn't gangsta enough, or he just didn't have that look, or no one took him serious since he started off as a producer. It's just so crazy to me looking back at it because of what we know now. And the fact that he actually went to Rockefeller Records office, performed All Falls Down, and they not even paying him no mind.
Let me play you some stuff. I'll take you down.
Hands cause a baby daddy don't really care, she's so precious.
I was going to ask you about this anyway, but now I'm asking you about it in a different context. Yeah,
crazy, bro. What? Get the fuck out of here. No one believed in Ye more than he did. And that alone was just so inspiring. You could put that mentality into anything in life, bro. Honestly. Shit got a heartbeat. The Donda 2 livestream was one of the most interesting things I've ever witnessed / be a part of, you can say. And the fact that Ye said it was only going to be available on his stem player and not on streaming made it even more interesting to me. I felt like I had no choice but to witness this. So I went to an IMAX theater like an hour away from me on the bus to watch this live stream on the big screen. And bro, when I got there, all you heard was 808s and Heartbeat for damn near 2 hours before the stream actually started, bro. People were sleeping, leaving, frustrated as fuck. It was hilarious. But that actual show that he put on, oh man, the cinematography alone was next level, fam. Literally some of the dopest camera work I've ever seen. And it was live too. That shit was sick. The first like half of the show was going flawlessly. Fire songs, crazy camera work, especially hearing X's voice again with something I've never heard before. Bro, Ye did that man justice, man. That shit gave me chills for real. But yeah, visually, it was jaw-dropping. But when it came to the audio, kind of towards the ending, bro, boy, did they fumble the bag. And yo, even if you're a diehard Playboi Carti fan, you gotta admit, when he came out, that shit became a circus. Not cause he looks like a clown, but it was just so embarrassing how bad the audio was. Yo, I laugh every time I see this shit, bro. And trust me, I'm used to him screaming like that, but damn, bro. Even Fabio sounding like Blueface out here was hilarious.
Guess who's getting fired tonight?
Alicia Keys was holding it down too.
New York City, please go easy on me.
But songs like We Did It Kid with the Migos and Baby Keem,
Have this game when I get home. Chopping down with the what a name.
Pablo.
Take my run. Just don't go numb.
He even put my boy Big Soulja Young Draco on this shit.
We used to go walk in the mall and go shop, but now we can walk in and buy the whole building.
Even after he said this.
How you lose your bitch to a comedian that paint his fingernails? Skeet got your bitch, nigga. As you go keep posting memes of Marvel versus Capcom. Or you go lay the smack down, lame ass nigga. Fuck you talking about? Nigga tried to play me. Nigga, you know who the fuck I'm is? I'm Big Draco. Now you running around Hollywood crying like a bitch.
Yo, come on.
Help me.
This is comedy, bro.
Fuck you, Kanye.
Yo, I can't, bro. I can't.
Lame ass nigga.
There were like 2 other tracks that had Future on them too, like, bro. Future is such a GOAT, for real. But you know, my broke ass couldn't afford that stem player, so you know what we had to do, right? Well, I didn't feel like paying whatever it was for that stem player, so your boy found the MP3 files through the grapevines, and I still got it to this day. The cover art is hilarious. This album is honestly pretty underrated and not really talked about much since it never released on streaming. In April of 2022, Ye was actually supposed to headline Coachella, and he just pulled out. Same thing goes for Rollin' Loud Miami of 2022, and he was replaced with Kid Cudi. Man, which is a whole nother story in itself. Bruh, so I'm at Kid Cudi's set, you feel me, enjoying myself, everyone's having a chill time, vibing, and some cock-sucking ass Kanye stan wanna keep throwing these water patches at Cudi.
I get hit with one more fucking thing. If I see one more fucking thing on this fucking stage, I'm leaving. Don't fuck with me.
Bruh. Are you serious? So once Cudi left, we were all like, okay, so I guess that's it. So my girl and I are walking back to our car. I get in and I'm checking Twitter or whatever, and all I see is yay this, yay that. Dirk just brought out Kanye. I'm like, bruh, no fucking way. My man really trolled all of us. Who would have thought Dirk, of all people, to bring out Ye like that? He only did like 2 songs, but still, come on, man. He pulled out of the headline and boom, Ye just shows up like it's nothing. Man, I was tight, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, man, Ye was also featured on the Games album on a track called Easy. Bruh, Kanye said he takes a shower in his Yeezy boots. Stop playing with him.
I wear these Yeezy boots everywhere, even in the shower today.
And he also said,
God sent me from that crash, just so I could beat Pete Davidson's ass.
And of course, the controversy does not stop with Kanye. He made some really insane statements later on this year, where he said he liked a certain someone.
You're not a Nazi. You don't deserve to be called that and demonized.
Well, I see good things about Hitler also.
Oh boy.
I love everyone, and Jewish people are not going to tell me you can love, us. And you can love what we're doing to you with the contracts.
Right.
And you can love what we're pushing with the pornography. But this guy that invented highways, invented the very microphone that I use as a musician. You can't say out loud that this person ever did anything good, and I'm done with that. I'm done with the classifications. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table.
Yep. And Kanye wants to fight for the value of talking about the good things Hitler did. Now, by the way, Kanye has no clue what he's talking about. He says Hitler invented the microphone. Most microphones in use today are thanks to James West, who was a black inventor, not because of Hitler inventing the microphone. It's completely outrageous. Here's more of this stuff, if you can believe it.
I've done a lot of study. I think Hitler was a really bad guy, and I repudiate what Hitler did. I understand that the British intelligence set him up and used him.
I like Hitler.
I don't like Hitler.
Funny enough though, after Kanye said all this stuff, the prices of all his vinyl records and CDs dropped tremendously, bro. I ended up buying the 3-disc Donda vinyl for $15, and that shit was originally $65. Let's get it. Honestly, my take on Kanye is that I feel like he has so many ideas that are just brewing in his head, and thoughts where he kind of just says what's on his mind without thinking of the consequences. And when he does say these things, he has a hard time with elaborating or saying it in a way where it makes sense to most people. He just speaks before he thinks. He then apologized about it on social media. Oh yeah, he also finalized his divorce settlement in November of this year. And Kanye was ordered to pay $200,000 in monthly child support and be responsible for half of the children's medical, educational, and security expenses. Sheesh. And it's kind of crazy, less than just a year later, he ends up marrying one of his former Yeezy employees, Bianca Sensori, I think that's her name. I would show you the basically naked pictures that Ye be posting of her on his Instagram, but this video would probably get demonetized. But yeah, Google exists. In the beginning of 2023, Kanye was seen throwing a chick's phone after she kept recording him.
Y'all ain't gonna run up on me like that. If I say stop,
I wasn't running.
If I say it ain't running,
I wasn't
stop with
running.
your cameras.
I know, but
Stop with
Kanye,
your
you're a celebrity.
She tried suing him, but yeah, he wasn't charged for anything.
I just showed you. Don't take no photos.
You're gonna break it the video again, like you did with the other girl?
You want me to follow you? Let me take pictures of your wife. I'm just gonna take the pictures of your wife.
Now this is the year where Kanye started to work on his next studio album, his 11th actually, Vultures. It was first announced that he was working on a new project in August of 2023. And man, speaking of August, Travis brought out Kanye at his Circus Maximus Rome show. That shit caused an earthquake, bro.
Chase B.
Yeah, I like it here in Utopia, though. I like it here.
And I can only say that there's been only one human being on this motherfucking planet that has ever walked side by side with me through anything and every motherfucking thing.
That she wrote Speech to the Young. Even if you are... It cannot.
Yo! Yeah! Sir! Respect! Never! Still up on top! I've been at the bottom! Wow!
Get praise God walking out the graveyard.
Back to life! I want everybody to make some motherfucking noise for the greatest of all motherfucking time! Yeah!
When I woke up,
what the fuck? And what I do? There is no utopia without Kanye West. There is no Travis Scott without Kanye West. There is no Rome without Kanye West. Make some noise for yeah!
Ye officially started working on the album in October of this year. Personally, when I saw that it was gonna be with Ty Dolla $ign, I was like, didn't really care too much, nor was I that excited. But hey, it's Ye. You know it's gonna be interesting regardless. And to be completely honest, at this point in Ye's career, I personally only really care for the production side of things and, you know, what he's gonna curate, you feel me? Because his bars has become so whatever to me. It's really just shock value, or you're really only glued to it because he's Kanye West. So you're interested to hear what he has to say. But the lyricism, I don't know, it's been kind of basic. I don't know, that's how I've been feeling nowadays. I saw a comment on Instagram that said nowadays he's a glorified DJ Khaled who raps. Jeez, I don't know about all that, but that was pretty funny. But anyways, he did a listening event in Miami later in the year where I remember staying up mad late to watch this shit, bro, with one eye open. I think I was watching Aiden Ross's stream. But yeah, the event happens, and the biggest highlight, to be honest, was Northwest. Honestly, killing it with her performance and energy.
It's gonna get messy. God is so messy. Just bless me. Bless me.
I really was waiting for Cardi to pop out, because that's what everyone was saying in the chat. Oh, he's gonna show up, I promise you, Cardi coming. But what do you know? In typical Cardi fashion, I don't know, I guess his flight was too late, and yeah, it was over. He didn't show up. In the end of the year, Kanye went on a crazy rant, dissing a whole lot of people for like 12 minutes. I'll play some of it here.
These colonizers. The French own 80% of the banks in Africa. That's why I just met with MBS, nigga, head of Saudi. We don't have to bow to this shit. Okay, it's 60 million of us in America, 60 million Jews in the world. 50% of our deaths is abortion. 25% of us go to prison. Raise one hand if you don't know one in prison got locked up and one poor. Wait, raise your hand if you don't know one person got abortion. Now I'll tell you, if it was in a Jewish mother on Friday with no, everybody raised their hands. So wait a second. Wait a second. Who make the hospitals though? Who got the hospitals? These are Zionists. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Jesus Christ, yay. Third party, sponsor that. Bring the sponsorships to that. Because there's going to be some feel exactly like me. I don't give a I'm 7. I don't give a about life or death. I get visitation with my kids. I ain't got no say so. You walk around look like soccer players. They don't even know. They don't even know they got the dad, the kid. They'll see me come play one on nobody. They still feel me though. They'll feel me, but they trying to program them. The head of Louis Vuitton, Bernard Arnault, you. Alexander Arnault, you. Francois Pinault, you. Dimna, you. Balenciaga, Cedric.
By the Yeezy Pods.
Gap, and Adidas. All is like still wearing Adidas. Nigga, don't say me shit. I'm by myself in this room. Everybody shut the up. Hey, shut the up. Let me tell you something right now. Just the fact that you ain't listening to me, ain't none of y'all with me. I'm by myself, because ain't none of you stand up for me. Ain't nobody stop. Shut up. Be quiet before you get exiled. Like so I'm saying is, nobody with me. Everybody here, half of them on a check, half of them just here like, ha ha, laughing at jokes, laughing at the raps and shit. Made these beats in my mama's basement. I drew these motherfucking shoes since I was in 7th grade. Because when I asked niggas step up, not one stepped up. Not one stepped up.
I ain't baby stepped up 20.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. None of the famous Mav Carter sold me out. You know what I'm saying? Nobody say y'all saw me and see my kids. All y'all rich got y'all kids in that Zionist school. See Eric Canyon. My daughter ripped up the couches in the house to be able to be with me right now. Y'all don't know what's going on. For real. Where y'all TikToking and all that shit. Y'all put up with all that shit. I don't give a I'm in Pop. I'm in Vegas. Like Pop, my daughter had the Tupac t-shirt. So I'm saying, witness this shit. Visit this shit. But I don't believe in nobody but me. I'm looking for y'all. I gotta say we with you. You're not with me. No one's with me because no one's really with me. It's just me and God. That's what I'm saying. And I'm still alive. Let's go. And I'm still alive.
And in the midst of the upcoming release of Vultures, of course, in Kanye fashion, it just kept getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. Cardi would go on to drop the song 2024 in the ending of 2023 with production from Kanye. Fire song, and Kanye's even in the music video.
2 foes in the sack, got me feeling like Kobe, RP.
If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure this was that night after the Miami show or whatever, that Miami listening event. I'm pretty sure that was this night. In the beginning of 2024, Vulture's not out yet, Travis brought out Ye in Orlando. Just listen to the crowd roar once they hear one key from that piano. He also went off on a reporter and even asks her after if she wants to work for him. Hilarious.
If Bianca has her free will, some people are saying you're controlling.
She's TMZ. She's TMZ. Kanye, she's gonna make a big deal. She's TMZ.
What do you feel like it's okay? I'm a human being. All of this TMZ, this 30 miles on, y'all set celebrities up, all this bullshit. I don't give a what y'all got to do. What y'all gonna do? What y'all got to say? Come at me with that shit. You think you can walk up on me like that? Would you think that you a white woman, you can walk up on me like that and ask me some dumbass shit like that? Ask me you're my wife, talking about you should get free will? Are you crazy? You ain't saying this is America. You got free will or you work for the devil? You got free will, you working for TMZ company? I'm a legend. You understand that? I'm here to support Charlie Wilson. You come and ask me some dumbass shit about my wife. That's my wife. You understand? You wasn't asking shit when I couldn't see my kids. When I couldn't, do you have questions? Do you have questions when I wasn't able to see my kids? And that I only get visitation and don't have rights to where they go to school? You got questions for that, or are you part of the system? You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? What do you hear? What do you hear about that? Is that your job to go up to every celebrity, ask them some dumbass about their wife?
I didn't want to take you inside.
No, tell me. Was it wrong for you to ask me about my wife some dumbass disrespectful like that? Was that wrong or right?
I'm sorry, Kanye. I just need my phone.
No. Answer the question. I'm supposed to answer your questions. Answer my question. I got your phone now. They gonna arrest me for taking your phone? Arrest me for taking your phone then.
I don't.
You answer the question. You asked me, did my wife have free will? Was that a dumbass, disrespectful question to come ask a grown-ass superhero? Answer the question. What's your name? What is your first and last name and address, Mitch?
What are we doing?
I just need my phone.
Where is your phone?
No, she came to me and said, does your wife have free will to speak? She worked for TMZ.
Okay, how do you know each other?
Yeah, how do you know me, miss? I don't know you. What is her name? What is this lady's name?
I'm just a reporter.
No, you're not just a reporter. What's your first and last name? Melanie what? What's your address? What you make a year? I'll pay you double what they paying you.
Woo! Woo!
Now you smiling.
Woo!
Get her contact.
Yes, I will. Good Melanie.
Thank you. Thank you, Kanye.
For the Super Bowl, Kanye paid for a commercial spot. This is one of the most Kanye things you'll ever see.
Hey y'all, this Ye, and this is my commercial. And since we spent all the money on the commercial spot, we actually didn't spend any money on the actual commercial. But the idea is, I want you to go to Yeezy.com, YEEZY.com, and I'm gonna write it at the bottom of the screen. And I got some shoes, and that's it.
He even released these sock shoes called the Yeezy Pods, originally for $200, but eventually they dropped to $20. Kanye made a statement about it, saying he's gonna refund $180 to everyone who paid $200. Bro, that's wild.
I want to see your opinion on this. Open that up. I just got these in the mail the other day.
Really? In his direction, but they were just out of reach, and I felt totally hopeless. I thought I had lost my best friend.
The safety gear I was wearing, it probably
But
saved
are
my
you
life.
supposed to wear these with something, some kind of outfit or something?
Nah.
Just walk on the street with these?
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for the protect my head,
How much you think these cost?
Maybe I know what you pay, but I know how much it costs. They're expensive, man. Maybe $80,
$200.
and you pay $200.
Nah. He ended up dropping. It's Kanye's stuff. This is the.
I know this is some fashion far out. So you want to dress like this fucking retard, low life piece of shit? You want to give him kudos?
He dropped it down to $20.
Okay, $20 okay, but $200 you gotta be fucking.
A lot of people got their refunds back. It was $200 at first, and then
but where are you gonna wear this at?
I don't know yet.
Go wear it where people can see you.
I'm about to do a review on.
Wear it to the beach in Puerto Rico. Nobody can see you. You're crazy, bro. That piece of shit. What's wrong with you, bro?
It's called the Yeezy Pods.
That's a piece of shit. That's what it's called.
Why you hating, boy?
Oh, he designed that himself?
I don't know, maybe.
There's nothing to design. It makes no sense. That's like a Star Wars outfit.
But yeah, Vultures. The day before its release, Kanye had a listening event in Long Island, New York at the UBS Arena, which I actually attended. It was pretty expensive just to see them walk around playing music from an aux. I mainly only went because I regretted not going to the Life of Pablo event in MSG back in 2016. So I was like, you know what? Nah, I gotta experience this shit live, bro. Just to say I was there, you feel me? I spent like $250 just to sit at the top. And to be honest, it wasn't really worth it. But it was cool. Having Cardi pop out was the highlight of the night for me.
All of my friends dead, leave them in the cold, put them in the tundra.
So yeah, Vultures, releasing on February 10th of 2024. To a lot of mixed reviews, bruh, with some critics stating that broad gripping, calling it repetitive, redundant, and far too impressed with itself to be enjoyed by anyone but true believers. Someone else called it a charmless disaster. He panned the lyrics, describing them as the most tired hip-hop cliches, and the production finding it unoriginal for West. Originally, the song Fuck Some had Quavo on it, and bruh, in my opinion, that was the way better version.
Shot wanna fuck? Whoa. I'ma let her hop on some. Shit, I'm tryna fuck some right now, split this little GC.
He ended up changing it to just have Travis on it instead. That kind of blew mine, not gonna lie. I'm a big Huncho fan. The album is cool. It got some bops on it for sure, but it didn't really move me like that though. But the title track with Lil Durk is super gas.
Ice out all my scammer hoes, boost all the insurance up.
And Freddie Gibbs, bruh, he bodied his verse on the track back to me.
God damn it, must be two sides. 40s on that double arm, floating like a cruise line.
And this album did spawn a smash hit in Carnival. She rode a dick like a carnival.
Way too rich to drive a road, made $1 million out of stove.
It reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming Ye's first chart topper in 13 years after being featured on E.T. by Katy Perry in 2011.
I'm a legend, I'm irreverent, I be reverent, I be so far.
Additionally, it became the first #1 as a lead artist since Stronger in 2007. It also became the first #1 song for Rich the Kid and Cardi, as well as the second #1 for Ty Dolla $ign, after he was on the song Psycho by Post Malone in 2018. As for the album itself commercially, it debuted at #1 after a 5-day tracking record, but it was Ye's second lowest first week sales with 148,000 copies. It kept selling like crazy after though, but hey, that's still a lot in this day and age. Oh yeah, how could I forget the disaster that was Rollin' Loud California 2024. Probably the weakest Rollin' Loud I've ever seen. That crowd was dookie. On top of that though, they dedicated an entire night to a Vultures listening event, and boy was that shit trash to me. Having him just walk around like that is so whack to me. At least pick up the mic, fam. But whatever. Then there was the drama with Yes Jules and Kanye, where Ye would end up firing her. I'ma let my boy 8God explain to y'all what happened in all of this.
And, you know, obviously fans on the internet are chewing her up after, you know, Kanye West making an Instagram post basically saying out loud, yes, Jules is fired for doing what we did not ask her to do. So let's get into it just a tad bit. Jules, there was a survey recently in Fortnite asking what they wanted. Ye's name was in it. How can I see this? Eyes. Like, wow, what a troll, right? Hi Fortnite game with the eyes in a Hulk emoji or eagle emoji. If you have hosted digital LP streaming parties or anything where you are gathering the user community, please show me how it went in the replies. Analytics on engagement, screen recording, link to playback, etc. So she basically wanted to garner all the streamers and fan pages, rally them up and, you know, basically get all the information, and I would assume create a system that would show the Kanye team, you know, present something to them, kind of make herself useful in a way, I would assume. Although she was not asked to do so. And I don't think she knows that Kanye West and the team specifically did not interact with the fan base for their reasons. She used to manage 070 Shake back in the day, who is now signed to Kanye West, so she's really not just a nobody. She's not just some random internet person that looks good and popped up on the internet. I'm pretty sure she was with an NFL player at one time as well. Like, the Kanye West community went and found the marketing manager for Fortnite games, who was asking the community, you know, about Kanye West stuff, whatever. And this is why the Yeezy army is so powerful. Can't wait for our spaces tomorrow, thank you. So she is basically, you know, putting a battery in their back on things that people behind closed doors really don't want to be out there. Like, the marketing manager for Fortnite really doesn't want to have their name exploited on Twitter for a bunch of kids to now blow them up and spam them. There are reasons why people really don't want their names out there like that. Like, when you're in a certain position, you kind of like, it's kind of like if you know kind of thing, you know? Now here she is in a space on Twitter, which is something that where you can go and talk to people and have, you know, community discussions. But she's doing it with the Yeezy fan pages, you know? This is probably the closest a lot of them have ever been to Kanye West, which we now know keeping them away has been a tactic of Kanye West and the team. That was so beautiful. I'm beyond inspired. So here is a screenshot of the Discord, and basically the fans are really excited about what Yes Jules is presenting to them, even though a lot of what's being presented is unauthorized. She's a very rebellious, optimistic person, so I would assume she was looking to create the best system possible to present something to Kanye, but people are saying she was looking for a way to monetize it. That's where things get kind of messy, and I can see why they would try to find her off, you know, through the NDA. Jules says stream playbacks are a possibility through a paywall, which is kind of crazy. You know, even the emoji is like, what? Like, I don't know about all that. Jules teasing about the Red Vultures merch. People are rounding that up. Jules brings out ideas for fan news and hiring them on, you know what I'm saying? Kanye West never spoke on hiring any fan pages. Jules asked Yeezy IT Spicy, who's a, you know, I guess a Discord channel or whatever, to find female fans, which is crazy. So this is when Kanye West decides to fire Yes Jules via Instagram story. We have decided to no longer have Yes Jules involved in the rollout of Vultures. All the activity on her page and with our fans in the past few days has been unauthorized. She then gets smacked with an email from Milo Yiannopoulos, who is chief of staff for Kanye West and Yeezy. Confidential, which, you know, I assume they did not want this email out to the public. Dear Mrs. Goddard, who is Julianne Goddard, Yes Jules. Enclosed, please find a letter and statement of account from your time with Yeezy. Fines incurred to date as a result of your NDA violations come to $7.7 million. While you were a contractor, I suspended enforcement of this debt. It now falls due. Hassan from the compliance team will reach out with information about payment. Please note that any further violation will accrue more fines. Because you are being terminated for cause, but also because you forgot to sign your contract, your termination is effective immediately. Yours, Milo. Also an email from Yeezy, Julianne Goddard. Dear Julianne, obviously you are fired. Yours faithfully, Milo again. Kanye post was petty. The email was rather professional. Yes Jules doesn't let it end there, and she decides to expose a little bit of what Milo thinks about the Kanye West fans. Here's what Milo, the chief of staff who controls who gets hired and fired and when they get paid, thinks about the very fan base that fought so hard to get Ye his very first #1 in over a decade. Associated with this, I'm not sure what it's even about. Apparently there was a pretty strong negative response to some Twitter space or something. Let me know if you need anything. Surely the last thing we need is bright ideas from Down syndrome mega fans on social media. Half of these obsessive mega fans online have developmental disorders. I'm very much not a fan anyway of the fake sounding tell us what you think outreach. Feels atrociously off-brand for Ye and needs a rethink. So the Kanye West community basically feels, you know, kind of played by Yes Jules. They kind of brought her in on some, all right, we'll help. We'll appoint you to who to talk to when it comes to who knows what's going on here with us being the Kanye West community. And she kind of was like, all right, you guys are the important ones, so I'm going to get all the important people together and disregard, you know, whatever you guys really said, like this is who you should work with, this is who you shouldn't work with. And I'm just going to use you guys to my advantage to entice Kanye. F and NDA, sue me, which is actually pretty crazy to me. You know, Yes Jules standing up against the Kanye West community, that's pretty bold. I dare Milo or any lawyers at Yeezy to try. Aren't you already paying a $7.7 million fine? Is what a fan has to ask Yes Jules. Takes to Twitter to let us know that she never presented any idea as her own. And here's some proof. Use feed group chat. Okay, should we make a creative direction guide for the fans? They are always cooking. This is Wednesday, February 21st at 5:29 p.m. I don't see anybody getting I don't really see her getting a response though. I don't really see any like thumbs up, exclamation marks, or, you know, a response of any kind. Kind of just like presenting it and then, Stores want to stock the album vinyls. Can we fulfill wholesale orders? I would like to sell vinyl albums in my small independent shop. What can I do? You see, stuff like that is a little suspect because it's like, I can easily be like, yo, you sell vinyls, man. Yo, send me a DM. I can present it to Kanye. That's too much of a risk. You know what I'm saying? And also, it's like, nobody asked her to do that because the power of that, you're allowing people to access money off of Kanye West that he's not, you know, like you're kind of doing a little much. I kind of see it. Goodness, how sad. I guess they're talking about, I mean, I see responses from, you know, Milo, who seems important when it comes to, you know, analytics and other stuff. But when it comes to like fan base stuff, I don't really see much of a response. Just Chad Spencer with the use feed here. Look at what Wally did for us in LA. On today's episode of Vultures Volume 1, Hey Neighbor. No response when it comes to fan interaction. 0. So it seems like behind closed doors, they've never been, you know, really too open to it. Just possibly didn't know how to say it. Where's the scam? I've been staying away from politics. Why? Not sure who that could be. Could possibly be Ye in this group chat. Maybe, but who knows. This made me smile. Speaks more to the fans and their edits and dedication. Here's Yes Jules presenting, you know, to Kanye West, I would assume, who's in this group chat, and team, the Kanye fan page who edited the Carnival song over the Donald Trump rally where he came out in his new sneakers and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, a fan would love to know that Kanye West had his eyes on this stuff, but it's Kanye West and team who does not want to know. You see, when it comes to stuff like this, it's like, you see what the team means when they're like unauthorized. The team did not really ask for Yes Jules to grab all the fan pages and basically bring them to Kanye West and show them what they're doing. Yes Jules takes to Twitter again and goes, call me Ye, always here for you. Receives an email, Juliana, Ye and I have been listening to your current Twitter spaces. We are willing to meet and reconsider next steps and your future with Yeezy. And as a contractor, please call me immediately. You are not to associate with the Twitter fan accounts until further notice. All further communications should go through the good ass subreddit. Yes Jules responds with, hi Milo, thank you for your email. As soon as Yeezy is free of pedophilic, sexist, homophobic, racist, I will be more than happy to speak to Ye directly about being a part of the team. Obviously, this means you need to quit or be fired. Respectfully, Juliana Goddard, founder and CEO of 1AM Creative. That was a real bold move by Yes Jules to think she received an email from Kanye West and team. But little does she know that this was a false email. I personally believe that Yes Jules should have just stayed quiet after Kanye West fired her publicly online. Like, everybody wanted to believe so bad that it was Yes Jules that got kicked out of the live. And when we did think so, you know, when you see the comments, it's like, oh my God, yes, finally, who does she think she is? Who is this girl? So you already see the response and how the Kanye West community sort of feels about yes, Jules, you know, but now everything is kind of just out loud. And it looks like the community is, to an extent, excited to see this happen.
Yo, shout out to my boy, man. Y'all go subscribe to him for real. Now, we all know what's been going on in 2024 with the whole Drake, Metro, Kendrick, Future, J. Cole situation.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
And everybody was like, yo, I wonder what Kanye has to say about all this. Well, you already know Kanye had to get involved with this, bruh. And he made his own Like That remix.
I win. I got some shit for Drake and don't nobody want it with me.
Hold up, what you mean you got some shit for Drake?
That's
You got
of
some
course.
shit for Drake?
It's all,
like right now? Like you got some shit ready for Drake? Can we listen to the shit you got for
I
Drake?
shit on him. Fuck him. Like I told you, I put the shit in. I said, fuck this nigga. It's fuck this nigga. And I like him. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's always like, fuck this nigga, the little slick shit he be doing. Fuck all that. And that's what it is.
Can't stop, won't stop. I just fucked your bitch in the Sean John tank top.
He also ended up getting these permanent titanium grills that ended up costing him $850,000, bruh. Crazy. Ye said a lot of things on The Download interview, but he said that Lil Durk was making subliminals towards him and he just couldn't understand it. And Ye told him to change the verse, but he still said some slick shit.
Durk sent in a verse and he said, take my Yeezy shirt off and make it a domat. And he said it 4 times. Yeah, Lil Durk said this. I hit him up. I said, you know, you're breaking my heart. Wow. Who told you to do this? I'm like, I don't know if it's a legal thing that happened and I'm trying to sit with the man. I'm like, man, this is bad for the city. Who told you to do this, bro? It's just like when J. Cole did the diss track or whatever. It's like, it's one thing, you got Drake. It's like he's really paid to come and do whatever he does and shit, come on my neck, all this type of shit. Right. But it's another thing for somebody like that to come around you. It's like, that's all the whole friends, enemy kind of talk and shit. Like,
but Durk was on Vultures though.
Yeah,
he was rocking with you, so you telling me he really not rocking with you?
He must have never really liked me or whatever. I don't know exactly what it is, but I spoke to this man a few times about, you know, the line. Then he changed the line. Then he changed the line to, I take my Yeezy hat off and give my little hoe that. And I'm just like, why y'all think y'all could play with me? See, they think I'm like, oh, he's gonna get hyped up. Let's watch him. Like, people try to like take your kids and, you know, give you a rap bar, say some lines. Yo, it's like,
are you disappointed in Durk?
I'm not disappointed. It's like, man, niggas is like, yo, y'all should meet up. Blah, blah, blah. I don't really listen to that much rap. No way. I don't know nobody. I don't know nobody fucking raps, man.
Ye also announced that he was gonna start his own corn company. Well, you know, it rhymes with corn. I don't know what's up with that, but yeah, this is why the whole Kanye becoming a Christian thing and making holy music, to me, was all bullshit. Ye ended up doing a few features this year too. He's on a 4BAT song, which is insane to me. Nothing against 4BATs, but that's impressive, bro. He got a Drake feature, a Kanye feature, like right away.
Relationship advice from girlfriends who ain't got a man. What a joke.
Ghost, you got a pretty cool Kanye feature on the album. I know he's a huge fan of yours. Obviously, he's put you on multiple records. He's a big fan. But how did this get accomplished? Was it difficult?
No. Yo, it was.
It's Ghostface. It's Ghostface.
Nah,
it's Ghostface.
It was like that record came in the last, like the bottom of the ninth.
So it's like recent. It's not like an old verse you
had.
had.
Not even 2 months old.
I feel like a lot of people don't know about this one, but he got a song with Ghostface Killer. This is the type of rapping that a lot of old school Ye fans wish that Ye would go back to, but yo, bro, I'm telling you, this sounds a lot like the old Kanye.
Got that new, it's a May baby. She got that new bag, it's a Shay Nay Nay.
Kanye West. I mean, what else can I say? The GOAT, the best, a pioneer, inspiring, motivating. Do you hate Ye? Do you love Ye? Listen, either way, without a doubt, he's had an impact on every single one of us. Everyone watching this right now. He has 157 songs that made the Billboard Hot 100, 21 top 10 hits, and 5 #1 hits. 88 Grammy nominations, winning 24 of them. 10 platinum albums. 10, fam. With Graduation going 7 times platinum this year. I mean, what else is there to be explained? He's one of the greatest musicians this world has ever seen. The best discography in hip-hop, hands down. And arguably the greatest artist and producer, let alone rapper of all time. Appreciate this man while he's here, man. Because tomorrow is not promised. We love the old Kanye. Some of us may love the new Kanye. At the end of the day, we love Ye.
I've been here 2 years in a row. If I don't win, it's finna be a